Fucking Baba Booey Delabate. Gary, you fuck. I love you, I do. And I don't consider you a piece of shit, but you're kind of a piece of shit. When I first started here, he always said to me, it's a boys club, blah, blah, blah. It's going to be hard for you. The only fucking one that treats me any different than everybody else is Gary. Take the 10 extra fucking steps, stop playing Sporkle or fucking Solitaire or whatever the fuck it is, and come and tell me what you need to tell me. It's not my fucking job to clean out your fucking refrigerator. You made me order another one so it wouldn't fucking happen, and the fact that you called me in there, you can't intercom me to tell me that a fucking meeting's canceled, but you can intercom me to come and clean out your fucking refrigerator? Fuck you, you fuck.
By the way, Tracey got a ton of email last night.
She's here.
Yeah. Oh, she is. Did you guys see each other?
Yeah, she came to me and talked to me about business, and I was very...
But was it awkward?
Yeah, totally awkward for me, not for her.
Nothing was said about last night's show.
No. She came in to talk to me. I said, save it for the air. And then she said, so we had to talk about business. And I said, okay, distribute those accordingly. You know what to do. And
right.
And then as she walked away, I said, I say that respectfully.
Tracey and Gary just had their first interaction. It was awkward. I don't know who wrote that, but evidently everyone in the office was on edge. Well, there's a lot of debate whether Tracey should really do the show. I thought the show was a home run in the sense that she did the happy hour. She
delivered.
She delivered. Unfortunately, you were the victim, Gary. Mm-hmm. Yes. She called you an asshole.
A fucking asshole.
A fucking asshole.
Piece of shit.
Piece of shit.
A lazy fuck.
You don't invite her to your ski house.
Fuck you.
My chalet.
Yeah. Do you want me to bring Tracey in so that maybe you could have some closure?
I mean, we probably need to finish it off, and I'd rather do it with you than
not with me.
Well, and then get crazy on the wrap-up show, right?
All right.
If we're going to do it all on the air, let's live life on the air.
All right, Tracey, come on in if you don't mind, and let's... Well, look, listen, first of all, I feel Tracey did a very good radio show. She did. She did a good show. Whether or not the show is healthy for the office environment is another consideration.
But do you care?
Well, I care that everyone's comfortable. Tracey, you did an excellent job. There's no question about it.
You need to grab those or go over there.
Tracey, is it awkward for you today, the day after the happy hour, so to speak?
Yeah. I mean, I was up last night a lot.
You were upset about it?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Right. Listen, you did nothing wrong in the sense that that's the show. The show is you spouting and spewing out your feelings. You get the poison out, so to speak.
Absolutely.
Right. Nevertheless, it does cause discomfort between you and Gary the next day.
Sure.
Right.
I think there's a difference between being mad at an ex-intern that never worked under her and trashing the shit out of your boss. It's a different level. I'm not saying that she's not allowed to do it, but I'm allowed to be upset by it.
Absolutely. And so would an intern. Anybody could be upset by it. But the point is, I think it came up, to be honest with you, I left my radio here.
Right.
So I think you said, you were talking about the cleaning of the refrigerator.
Yes.
Or you had said, well, why doesn't she ever come to me on this stuff? I come to you all the time. You just don't listen to me. Because I did tell you how I felt about the refrigerator. We had the conversation. You don't remember because you don't listen to me.
And how did I respond when you said that? Was I mean? Have I ever spoken to you in a demeaning way? Have I ever said to you, hey, I'm the fucking boss, do what I say or shut the fuck up? Anything like that?
That's not the point. It's not what you say. It's how you say it. And you, whether you want to admit it or not, you treat me differently than you do the rest of the staff.
I think, Tracey, you think everybody treats you differently. You feel wronged.
That's not true.
You feel wronged by probably the whole world. You feel wronged by everybody. You feel like there's a lack of respect, and everybody walks on eggshells around you. And for the most part, people like you. And I told Howard off the air, and Howard will back me up on this, you do the best job of your actual job of anyone who's ever done this. It's the people skills where it gets weird. And people come to me, they're afraid of you. You get mad at somebody and weeks on end, you just ignore them, and it's probably not a healthy way. And I probably should have spoken to you about it earlier than now. I probably let it go on a little too long because I don't like conflict.
Well, I don't know who necessarily feels that way or who said that to you. I mean, I have, I hang out with these people, the ones that I care about, socially outside the office. I know their wives. I know their girlfriends. I hang out with them. I consider them friends. The ones that aren't my friends, I really don't care.
But do you think it's healthy to stop talking to somebody for 2 or 3 weeks at a time?
The only person that I'm not talking to and haven't been talking to is Benji.
But in the history of being
I'm not talking to him either if I want to go
we all try to.
In the history of being
Can I
here
join you on that?
In the history of being here for 4.5 years, has he been the only person you haven't talked to for long periods of time?
You can all bond over hate over me.
What is that?
I'm glad you can all bond over hate over me.
Tracey, let me ask you a question and interrupt this dialogue. Is the Tracey happy hours, as much radio gold as it is it worth continuing because you are in an awkward position. You're the office manager, and therefore, maybe Gary is making a good point that it's impossible for you to do the show properly.
I agree.
And do your job properly.
The two people that I've brought up on it were Scott and Gary.
Right.
And Scott, even after the next day when we talked on the wrap-up show, him and I had kind of an awkward discussion on air about what he really thought the issue was. And I said, no, I don't think that's the issue. We went back and forth. And the next day, Scott and I totally made up. And I think now we get along better than ever.
You're saying the communication led to a healthier relationship?
Yes.
Yeah, I would,
because I think we got to the root of the problem based on what went on the show.
we probably could have gotten to the root of the problem in my office.
We could have, but again, you don't listen to me. You don't make time for me. You would rather sit in the bullpen and talk about the fucking Mets or Bruce Springsteen than actually have a discussion with me.
Tracy, do I stop by your office? Do I stop by your office once a week?
No.
Once
a week.
Once every 2 weeks to sit down,
Once every
ask you
2
what you're up
weeks.
to?
Come on.
See, you
Come
know what?
on. In 4.5 years, Gary,
She's
we've
got an
had lunch
inferiority
3
complex.
times. Three times.
Okay,
That's
and
it.
how many times have I had lunch with Will and Jason? I don't take people out to lunch.
No, you take them skiing, and then you offer to take them to the Friars Club.
But wait, on the skiing thing, Gary
Listen,
explained.
we're not friends.
hold on.
We're not friends.
Hold on,
You're friends with
hold
the
on.
guys.
You don't even. There's an explanation which
Okay.
you're unaware of.
All right,
Let
go
him
ahead.
talk.
Well, Gary was claiming this morning the ski trip was. He says in everyone's mind the ski house is like a ski chalet because it's a little shack that I rent, and he says and there's one bedroom. So I brought 4 guys. They're all in their underwear. He says, there's no way it would have been
Farting,
appropriate to bring a woman there who works with us. And, you know, I get that.
I just feel like the way things go on with Gary in the office, everything is like a secret. And then at the last minute, everyone who wasn't invited to something finds out that these 5 came to a barbecue. These 4 were invited to this. It's always the same people on the outside finding out from other people and him being like secretive about it.
I don't
Like,
know
it
who makes an
blatantly feels
announcement.
But it feels like people are almost told not to talk about it.
No, it feels that way to
because
you.
He doesn't.
Because you have
You're
this.
wrong,
you
because
have a
I've had the discussion with the other guys.
You have a complex. You think
You're
the world
wrong.
is out to get you.
You're wrong.
If you invited 4 people to your house, would you come to me and tell me? If I'm not
I
one of
wouldn't
them,
make it seem like it's a secret.
I
in the
don't make it
office.
seem like it's a secret either. People tend to
But
treat
if-
it. If
listen.
they treat it that way, that's not me. I don't tell people don't say anything to Tracy.
You're saying
that's
that
in
it's
your
my
head.
complex, but I've had the conversation with the other people who tell me they feel the same way.
Well, they might, but I'm not telling anybody
Then
not
don't
to
tell
say
me
that.
that it's me. Don't tell me that I'm the
It's
one
you,
with the
Tracy.
fucking complex.
It's
when
you.
I'm telling you, other people are saying the same thing.
It's you.
It's okay. Then apparently I'm having the fucking conversation with myself. Is
I
that
think
it?
you have a lot of conversations
Yeah,
with
okay.
yourself. No, I do. I think you have a lot of conversations with yourself where you feel everybody agrees. The key word with you is respect. And if you don't, you're either with Tracy or against Tracy. There's no in between. And if you don't fully support Tracy, then you're her enemy.
Listen, there are a lot of people here I know damn well don't fully support me. Don't kid yourself about that. That's
See, I'm
absolutely
thinking-
not true.
I love the radio of. You did a great job last night, but I you know, maybe for work it's not so good.
Well, you know what? I think she should continue to do the show because she's already fucked over she's already fucked over her boss. Anybody else she screws over won't be as
You
big.
want
Won't be
other
as
people
bad,
like
but it
that.
won't be as bad as this. So I say continue to do the show.
Well, listen.
Well, we could find other things to talk about. I mean, to be honest with you, I did the first show and I was flat out told by Tim, okay, you need to be angrier, you need to be edgier, you need to do this. This is what we want. This
Right.
is
It's a
why we want you to
performance.
do the show.
Of course.
But then if I'm going to get fucked the next day, it's not worth it.
That's
I don't
what
need that shit.
I'm saying. That's the problem.
You make me seek out reasons why, and then when I do exactly what you ask, I'm the fucking asshole.
except for one
and I
thing.
have issues to
Oh,
talk to myself.
I don't think you're an asshole. I thought it was pretty good.
Here's the thing. Nobody's making you do anything. If the show is so uncomfortable for you, say, you know what, Tim, I don't feel comfortable fucking yelling
Well,
about
then
my
now I
boss.
will.
But you should
I
not
wanted it
you-
to be fun, but if this is going to be the fallout
you-
of
but
it,
I had
it's
fun.
not fun.
I liked it.
What part of last night's show did you think would be fun for me?
Gary, if I thought you were mature enough like Scott to actually have the discussion with me after and we could work it out, that would be fine. But you chose to come in here and we're going to discuss
Did
it
you-
and it's
but
going to
wait,
be what it
Tracy,
is. And you're going to tell me I have issues and that's going to be it.
You trash me on the air and Howard plays the clips the next day. Should
Did
I have
anything
not
I say, was anything I said not true?
I didn't. I explained why
He
you
doesn't
weren't
play
brought to the ski-
Sporkle, he
Oh,
said.
yeah,
I
he
would-
doesn't play Sporkle. Okay.
I explained why I
He's
didn't bring
played
you
it
to the
once,
ski
he
house.
I'm sure. He
I
doesn't even know what it
explained,
is.
why I canceled the Friars Club. I did not feel I was demeaning you when I asked you to empty the refrigerator, but if you feel that way, I apologize. But I needed it to get emptied
forgot
because
we
it was
had that
gross.
discussion.
His
That
rap
was not
on
why.
You remember
That was
what you
not
wanted.
why.
his rap on the refrigerator was, that you're the office manager, and the whole office was using his refrigerator, and he didn't want to throw out everyone's food.
No.
So he felt that you should.
Don't say no, because no is what I think. You don't know
There
what
is
I
a
think.
reason why we bought another refrigerator. You didn't want anyone using your refrigerator.
right.
So how am I supposed to fucking know whose shit is in there? You said and it wasn't about cleaning it out because it was gross. They were coming to work on the air conditioning system here, okay? They were turning off the power, and you thought things were going to go bad, and you said, I don't really know what in here is mine and what's mine, and we need to get this out of here because they're turning it off. And I said, okay, Gary. And I picked up a garbage can. I said, Gary, is this yours? You said no. So I threw it in the garbage. Picked up the next thing. Is this your... Because you couldn't do this? You needed to call me in to stop what I'm fucking doing to clean out your refrigerator?
See, how do you respond to that? This is how, when somebody talks to you like that, how do you deal with it?
That's degrading and it's demeaning, Gary. And if you don't see it that way, that's your issue. And this is an example of why I think you're an elitist. Why you think that's okay. I don't even sit in the bullpen. Why didn't you ask Jason to go in and do it?
I'm already tuned out. And I don't mean like I don't care what you say.
Because you normally are when I talk to you about anything.
I don't mean I don't care what you say. I mean there's no talking to you at this point. There's no talking to you. You're on.
Now the other accusation
put your foot on the
was,
fucking gas and throwing a brick on it. You're not going to hear another word.
All right, but the other accusation was there was one other one that I thought was the one that I felt I could help you with. That Gary doesn't, like, sometimes he'll send Will or Jason down to your office to tell you something. But I have to admit, I get Gary in here sometimes, and I say to him, Gary says, I can cancel the meeting if I can get through 50 things. So he starts, and I start giving him a whole bunch of stuff to do. He says, make sure you tell Tracey right away. He turns to Will or Jason. He says, make sure you tell Tracey to cancel the meeting, because he knows, like, Doug Hurwood comes over here, and a whole bunch of guys come down.
Sure, absolutely.
So he says, go tell Tracey, I can't do this right now. I need to meet with Howard. I've got 3 seconds during a commercial. So he goes, he uses them as conduits to you.
Absolutely. And I understand that.
Oh, you do? All right.
then why'd you
I
bring
feel
it up
like I think that was just one example, the meeting, of things that happens with. And I think a lot of the times, it's like, I don't know who thinks what, but it's like, back to the meeting, it'll be canceled. And I'll say, hey, is the meeting canceled? He'll say, I don't know yet. I'm going to talk to Howard, see what I can get through.
Right.
Fine, absolutely. But then like a half an hour later, I'll come out. Is the meeting canceled? And Jason will say, yeah, Gary didn't tell you. And Gary say, yeah, Jason should have told you. Well, somebody tell me. I mean,
but that's not. But that's not your complaint. Your complaint is that I send underlings to talk to you, and that's insulting and demeaning. That's the complaint.
No, it's that you can't address me yourself.
That's exactly what you said.
It's that you won't address me yourself.
That's what I just said.
But sometimes
it's
he doesn't
not about
have time.
the underling. I don't give a shit who does it. It's about the fact that you don't do it.
But that would be sending someone else. It's exactly what bothers you.
But I don't call them underlings or whatever.
Well, that's how you feel.
I just feel like you don't address me directly on things. And it's not just the meeting. It's if this is broken, if that's broken, if something's not working.
For you to be upset,
the intercom button.
For you to be upset because the bathroom's flooded, you are the office manager.
I'm not upset about that.
Who else would I tell?
I'm not upset about that.
But you brought that up. You only call me when the fucking bathroom's broken.
Yeah.
She's saying
and that's
just
fine,
not true.
But you don't call me for anything else.
That's just not true, Tracy. You know that's not true.
That's the way I feel, Gary.
I know,
I'm
because you
to my
are
feelings,
you are
and you're
the
entitled
victim.
to yours.
You're the victim of this conspiracy to disrespect you.
All right, here's my evaluation. Okay. Number one, the show was a home run.
Do it more.
Well, listen, it's up to Tracey if she wants to do the show.
She clearly has the anger to do it.
She also is doing a performance.
In fact, I have a strange feeling that there's a part 2 of me that's ready to go.
Is there? Because then
I think I'm done with Gary.
Then I have to get back on the air.
Don't be afraid. I don't think you are anyway.
If I was, I wouldn't have done it the first time.
Well, anyway, everyone loves the show. But,
Except me.
If you don't, you shouldn't do it.
And my agita. I just quit smoking. I can't deal with this shit. I can't deal with this. I just want to go smoke a pack of Marlboro Reds.
Oh, forget it. When I quit smoking, I had just broken my ankle. And there is nothing worse than sitting around the house not smoking when you break your ankle. But I don't know. Listen, you two will patch it up. I know that.
I just want to say something. Like Tracy said, I've only taken her to lunch 3 times since we've been here. I think I've only taken Will to lunch once, and Jason probably never.
Yeah, I don't take anyone. Like, I have Laura and I have been working together for a million years. We very rarely even sit down and talk.
I think, though, what Tracey is saying is that she sees a difference. You have a relationship
more
and a
with the other
guys, with the other people, and you treat her just like an employee.
I think what Tracy's saying, which is unbelievable, she actually wants to hang out with you, and I'll tell you the truth, I'm shocked.
Listen,
I mean, wow, she likes you.
This was another thing that I brought up. It's I made the comment.
You want to hang out with Fafa Fooey?
when I talked about how he tells the stories and it's he can be a little repetitive. There's a couple of stories I've heard a couple of times. But he really is very interesting, and he's done some cool things. He's been to some cool places, hung out with cool people. I do enjoy his company.
Yes.
But if it's, a struggle to get it, it's just not worth the struggle.
All right. She wants more of you.
Yeah. She's saying that she'd like some of your attention.
And it's also very strange for me because, before I worked here, when I worked for Harvey and I were very close. Harvey is family to me.
Yeah.
And to not have a relationship with anyone that I consider in that type of role, it sucks. It sucks. And I feel sometimes like I have no one to go to when I need something for work.
Yeah,
like it just doesn't matter to you the way it does to me. The things that I have to deal with.
I don't... I'm unavailable to everyone, so I understand Gary's. I really don't want to meet with anyone. The less meetings I have, the better.
You see me. You come down the hall, and I run in my office not to bother you.
Yeah, I love that. I thought you were I thought, like everyone else, you don't even want to see me. Go ahead. So listen, so what's going to be the outcome here? Tracey, you think you should continue doing the show, even though it's a hit? Maybe you should think about walking away from it. It's hard to walk away from you. You're the new Oprah.
Oh, great. Look at me. Oh, I always wanted to be Oprah. I'll take her money, but I don't want her fucking job.
You're Oprah without the money.
Exactly.
What do you think?
Not any fun there.
The show is a hit, but this is very hard to do.
If we could find something outside the compound to piss me off, maybe, but I'm done back here.
Well, you work a lot of hours, so I'm sure you're pissed off mostly about work. Gary, you took a hit last night. Are you and Tracey going to be able to get past this?
At some point, we'll figure it out.
Right.
It always sort of does, but today it's a very open wound for me, and I think I'm entitled to that.
That's fine.
Well,
now it's one for me too.
What about Lisa G?
I think neither of us really care.
Meant to come. Yeah, I don't. It's whatever.
Doing a show, sometimes you feel the pressure to keep the show going. Right. Now you know my problem.
Yeah.
I say a lot of shit. I get off the air. I get blamed for a lot of stuff, and I go, I don't even know I said it.
It goes so fast, you don't even...
Yeah, you don't know.
Like, I was up all night. Like, did I say that or did I think that? Yeah.
I was up all night. I swear to God, I did not get to bed till midnight last night because it was like 9:45, and I always check my email right before I go to bed, and I saw this email that Fred sent out.
I was almost not going to send that because
I told you,
no good can come of this, but I got to send it.
The one email that stood out was, I always knew Gary was an elitist, racist, homophobic, disgusting pig.
Bad.
That was bad.
So I was like, so now based on that one email, I'm like, racist, homophobic. I got to start. What could it be?
Right. I thought Tracey called you a racist and homophobic. I said, well, it must have been a really good show.
No black people at the ski house. I couldn't figure it out. And no, so then I was up, and then.
Well, maybe
then I went to go to bed. It was like 10:30, and at 10:45, I got up again to go check the email to see if anybody wrote any new shit. There was no. And then I got back up at 11:30. Like I was waiting for some insight.
Right.
I don't know, Tracey. It's tough, this radio business.
Yeah.
It's lonely.
It's lonely.
I want to be Fred. Fred's got it easy.
Play sound effects.
I'll do it.
That's it.
I'll do it.
Well, I think.
In time, it'll fix itself.
It'll work itself out.
Like he said, will it be today? No.
No. Maybe
do I
tomorrow.
Want to call it the end of the day today?
A lot of it will have to do
with it fixed by tomorrow.
And a lot of it will have to do if you resign.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Those that's fixing this. If the end of the year is the end of it, why should we fix it?
Let me talk about that for a second. First of all, we're talking about, I was counting everyone, May. Now watch my math. You ready? Yeah. May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December.
Yeah, we're all counting.
That's
we know.
8 months.
Yeah. You think
it's not 7 months.
You think that's a lot of time?
It's a year.
It's not a year.
It's not a year.
A year is 12 months.
You're saying 8 months is not a year?
It's not a year.
How many months in a year then?
12. 3/4 of a year.
Oh,
what am I, Lupe?
I didn't know that.
No, but it's.
But you're rounding up.
It's a year. 8 months sounds like an inordinate amount of time.
It does if you know. It
sounds like a lifetime. We could all be dead in 8 months.
It's a long time if you know.
Yeah, maybe something will hit this building and I won't make it out.
Robin still can't walk down those steps.
Like I've already had a couple of people ask to, they need some time with me privately, and I know where that's going.
Who asked for
I'm not
time?
going to say.
Tell them to come in here. I'll answer all their questions.
But I know where that's going, and I understand.
I don't even know what I'm doing.
Right.
Because Beth said to me last night, when I go do all these interviews, what if some of the interviews ask me what you're going to do in 8 months? I said, tell them the truth. How the hell do I know? I don't have any offers on the table.
The big question I'm getting, I think, is at what
Except
point,
for two.
At what point is it fair to start looking for another job? In other words, if it were October.
Right now is the time to start looking.
If it were September.
I don't know how to answer that. I don't want to lose
Would you
anybody.
be mad at somebody if they went and took another job in September? Because
of course not. I have a tremendous responsibility here. There's a lot of people who depend on me to keep working. And I don't know what I'm doing. So how do I answer the question?
I think there's a lot of people.
Right, Tracy?
Right.
A lot of
or
people.
am I a douchebag?
Well, you know,
Am I a douchebag, Tracy?
No.
Oh, am I a fucking asshole?
No.
Oh, thank you.
But it's
Thank God.
Is he
it's
a
not
piece
like
of shit?
Am I a piece of shit? All right, not so much.
No.
Am I a little piece of fuck? Am I a fucking piece of shit? I don't know what to do. It's not up to me.
I feel like you can't base your life on everybody else.
Right. But I do.
I feel like, you know, it's kind of weird. You're in this catch-22 that you're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't.
Right.
And you've done your time, and you should be able to do whatever the hell you want to do.
But maybe I should announce now I'm leaving. But I don't know.
Exactly. But at the same time, the people that work here, especially in today's economy, when we found out in December, like 700,000 people stopped looking for jobs.
Right.
People are going to start looking, and you could find yourself in a situation in September where you have no staff.
I know.
Howard, there are very, very, very talented people. And
Who are they?
You know one of them. It's a guy that used to work for us, who I think is an incredibly talented guy. It took him 18 months to find a job.
That's true. I know who you mean.
And I think that guy's an amazing talent.
He is.
And that's a long time to be out of work.
I know. I don't know what we're supposed to do. I am really... What are you laughing about?
Oh, JD.
No, I feel betrayed by me, too.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do.
I don't. I can't just say I have a job here in 8 months. How could I say that?
What?
It's not up to me if I have a job in 8 months.
Of course it is.
Oh, it is?
Don't be ridiculous.
Well, I thought it's up to Mel.
It now.
I think the thing that's really...
Who's my ball?
Nobody.
Howard,
so who am I supposed to sign with?
I think
Tracy's show.
I think the thing that's really freaking people out.
Right. I don't want to work anymore.
Is that nobody even knows
it's freaking me out.
If there's talks or any efforts being made.
There's no talks.
See, that's interesting to me from all perspectives. Why aren't they talking to you? Why aren't you talking to them?
They offered to talk to me.
He won't talk.
I'm not talking. I see the trouble Tracey got into.
See? Keep your mouth shut. You're better
No, you're
off.
right. I don't know what.
Fuck you.
Like, I think if people felt they knew some sort of negotiation was going on.
No, it's very complicated.
Well, that would mean he knew what he wanted to do. That's where he is. He doesn't know what
I know what I want to do.
Huh?
I know what I want
Oh,
to do.
you do?
I do.
Well, this is new.
I want to stick my head in an oven.
Okay. Let's all stick our heads in the oven. Then.
I have a theory on what I think you want to do. May I put it out there?
Go ahead.
Why do you have a theory?
Because you hear things. I think that you would like to continue here, but on your own terms.
Right.
I think you have terms that you want. I think you'd like to continue doing this. I think you love satellite radio over terrestrial radio greatly.
Yes.
And I think that you just like to work. There's certain things that you'd like to do.
Yes. Yes, but that's complicated. It's simple, and yet it's complicated.
But why aren't you talking to anybody about it since you know what you want to do?
Right.
Why wasn't I invited to the ski house? So I could sit in that shitty little room.
No, but wait a
Be in
minute.
your
Jason
underwear
and
with,
fart.
Robinson,
with Jason.
Robinson brings up a
Where's
point.
I can't believe
electric
Tracey
bag
wants to go to the ski house. Take her there. Punish her by taking her there.
I know.
I'm
Why
going to
aren't
fart.
you talking to somebody if you want? If you have, you know
I
what
don't
you
know.
want?
I don't know. I don't know.
Then I don't believe he knows what he wants to do because he'd be talking.
There are people. Because it's more complicated. There are other situations involved now. There are
That just stopped everybody.
There are other situations.
What?
It's not that simple. It's going to take a long time to sort this out.
Complicated.
I know. This dumb show is complicated. Now listen.
It's got a lot of moving parts.
But here's the thing. I respect that people are afraid because I would be. I would be very annoyed by this situation. That we don't know what's going to happen in 8 months. I could either be out of the business or I could be onto something exciting and new that would include all of us, which is what would be the ideal situation. We have a talented group. Despite you and Tracey not getting along, I love the two of you. This is just, it's going to resolve itself. I know that.
They're created by man. We can solve them by man.
Right, Tim. We have a fun group. We all have a good time together.
The show works.
I think you should have Tracey to the ski house so she can see what a shithole it is.
Here's the funniest thing. Here's the funniest thing of all.
And she's going to get on the air and say,
Can't
Gary
she even
invited me to that
come up with a
shithole.
day?
Last week, can I tell you something? Last week,
Can Tracey go up there today?
I got to bring this up. Last week, Mary came to me, and her exact words were, "You know, we need to have Richard and Sal and Tracey up to the house. They haven't been to the house yet."
Well, maybe you ought to, Tracey.
I don't know. I have a hard time.
Yeah, it's a little weird now.
That's a little weird now.
Like, I got to wait a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I mean, that's, you know, I mean, it's hard to have
schlep.
somebody at your house who hates you.
Tracy just wants to sit at that shitty
She
movie
never
theater
said
of
she
yours.
hated
I never said I hated you.
It felt that way. That's what. You know what? That's what I heard.
Well, let me tell you something. Tracy wants to sit in that shitty movie theater in those shitty bar stools.
She wants to try a stool.
Yeah. By the way, unlike Tracy, I don't want to go to your home. I've been there. It's enough. Once is enough. Maybe if Tracy went there once, she'd get out of her system.
I've been there twice. It's really nice.
Yeah, Fred's seen the second half.
Tracy, Fred has been there twice.
Yeah, nice.
Nice.
See, I
Really
told
nice
you I
house.
wanted to be Fred.
You'd like it.
In all fairness, one of the times Fred was at my house, we were on our way to go visit Artie. It wasn't like it was a pleasure trip.
Why wasn't Tracy visiting Artie?
I'm not sure why Fred and I went to visit Artie.
You know how much fun it is visiting Artie?
I'm not sure if Artie wanted Fred and I
Tracy,
there.
you missed out on a great day.
But it was a nice trip.
Right. Gee, I can't imagine being in that shitty ski house and then going to visit Artie. Being in Gary's life is second to none.
I love the ski house, but
I'm going to
it
give you
is
some
tiny.
advice, Tracy. Stay out of Gary's life. You have no idea how horrible it is.
It's fine.
You know.
It's fine. I'm out.
Get out.
An evil loop.
It sounds better on paper.
Yeah.
All right, you two will be fine. Tracy, you did a good job on the show.
Thank you.
You let it all out. You let the poison out.
I let the poison out.
And you certainly
Yeah, you
did.
know, I was thinking about that the other day, too. You know, somebody sent a note last night that said that Tracy's going to die of a heart attack. I have the exact opposite feeling. I've always felt like, in some ways, you have a lot in common with Pat Cooper. I think Pat Cooper's going to live to be 1,000 because he holds nothing in.
That's true.
You know what? The poison's always out for Pat Cooper.
Right.
I think it's a very healthy way. I don't know. You know, I just think that when you let it out like that, how could you be unhealthy?
Right.
Get that poison out of your system.
Uh-oh. Yes?
Since we're all getting out, Trace, I don't understand why you're still have all this animosity towards me.
It's I said it on the wrap-up show. It's not that I really have animosity towards you. You know, Benji came into actually, I think we ran into each other either in the kitchen or the hallway. I don't even know. And he said, you know, why don't we go to lunch and talk it all out and try to work it out? But this is after you had gone on the air like 3 or 4 more times and continued to bash me. To me, that's not trying to work something out. That's just you continually bashing me when I'm not here. And to me, it's just, I don't know.
Since I'm already on the shit list, I can jump in on this one. Hold on. Benji came to me twice that week and said, "This is so uncomfortable. Would you please go to Tracy and say I'd like to talk to her?" Tracy said no.
But I didn't say
That was when it
Trace.
first
I didn't say it because I didn't feel it was appropriate for me to approach you myself because I thought you didn't want me to.
That was when it all first happened.
Right.
This offer of lunch was like 2 weeks ago.
But
I like Benji being appropriate.
I would hang out with you and bash Gary.
And then I'm done bashing Gary for a while.
And then I would try to have sex with you. Because I'd have a gas mask and some poppers.
But no, really, we don't have to be best of friends, but you seem so angry at me.
You made the comment that I grunted at you in the hall. I stopped doing that. I'll give you the nod. I'll say hello to you when I see you. What do you want me to do? Fucking cartwheels down the hallway every time I see you?
This show of yours is very controversial.
And defending Tracy, he did bark at her on the wrap-up show, which was very upsetting.
She's a bulldog.
It was
rude.
And I apologize for it. It was in the middle of you were bashing someone that I was dating.
Yeah, and we all see where that went.
Benji just went.
I still care about it.
Tracy was talking, and Benji just went.
Yeah, because he had nothing intelligent to say. That was the best he could do.
Well, listen, Tracy.
I called you out, and I was right, and you knew it, and you had nothing to say.
I think the show's too much.
I think so, too.
For all of us.
Just you.
It might be too much for you.
I love it.
No, he's having a ball.
I love it. I love the Tracy show. Happy hour. What could be better than that? Everyone thinks it's a home run. But, listen, Tracy's got to work with all you guys. So what are we going to do? Poor Tracy.
Gives me a lot of odds.
Poor Tracy.
It does, yeah.
Well, look at her. She's obviously upset.
We're both upset.
Don't you think I go home every night upset about what I've just said on the radio?
I wonder
No.
sometimes.
I
and
think you're
no.
used to it by
I'm
now.
very easy. I have no problem with what I
Sleeps
say.
like a baby.
Like a lox. All right, listen. Here's what I'd say. Give the show a rest. It's too hard.
Yeah.
It's too crazy.
Yeah.
Gary, Tracy will work it out, I believe.
We will.
You will.
Just take some time.
I'd like to see Tracy up at the house so she could get firsthand look at what goes on there.
Do you ski?
I've been skiing. Am I like a skier? No.
Okay.
But then again,
Think of
Jason
that,
sat in the
Gary.
lodge and read a book the whole time. So
Right,
he's not a skier either.
What a party.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was surprised Jason wanted to come.
Right.
He said, I don't ski, but and then the funniest thing
He
was,
took Tracy's spot.
so John and I took lessons all day. Will and I went and tore it up. And Jason's sitting out there, and I came back and I go, Jason's going to be like, oh, God, this sucked. He goes, This was the best time. He made up a story that he ripped up his knee skiing so he could talk to everybody. He sat by the fire.
I have a torn ACL.
He said he had the best time.
Well, there you go. All right,
like a
Tracey, good job on the show.
Thank
Sorry
you.
it's all turned out to be a mess with you and Gary, but I think you're both rational. You'll work it all out.
We will.
All right, thank you, Tracey. Thank you, Gary.
Tracy, no, please, come on, hold up, guys.
I already spoke.
No, Gary.
We already spoke.
Did you guys really even resolve anything?
No, we didn't resolve anything except to say that we're going to work on resolving things as time goes by.
How are you gonna?
Time heals wounds. Yeah,
Gonna be a cliche like that?
No, but it does. Today I feel crappy. By Thursday I might feel better and stop by and say hello.
Where is Lisa? Is she around here? I don't know. I mean,
she's on her way. I just called.
Oh, good. Okay, yeah, go ahead.
I was going to say, I'm a long-time fan of the show before I started working. And I just know as a fan, I would have paid anything to get close to the show in any way.
Right.
And I always thought it was awesome that you didn't rip off the fans that way.
Right.
I would have paid hundreds of dollars to eat with, Gary or something, you know?
Right.
And it's just like, because I know as a fan, you just want to get close. And I really think Lisa's taking advantage of the people that just want to touch the show, to get close to the show in some way. And I don't think it's right to take advantage.
Yeah, Lisa, I'm trying to figure out why I'm turned off to your sweet and greed. I'm really struggling to give you exact words why, but it just doesn't seem like there's enough value there. It seems like you're taking advantage of my show and charging people $100 to meet you because you're on the show.
My talent is baking.
But you're not giving a baking class.
No, but I'm baking mostly everything that's there, and they'll get a chance to meet me. The guys do.
But when every time you say they get a chance to meet me, I don't know why that bothers you.
I don't do stand-up comedy. What am I supposed to do? I can't go and they're doing the same thing.
Maybe do nothing.
I have been doing nothing.
Maybe not charge people $100 to meet you. Like maybe let them meet you for free.
Then why don't the comedy shows? How come they're not for free?
Because they're doing stand-up comedy. They're doing a show.
Scott Salem's a show?
No, it's not
JD's
Scott.
a show?
No, it's the Shuley and the two other comics.
Okay, so why is Scott and JD making money? Or Ronnie? Well, maybe you should have joined that group.
Hold on.
Yeah, maybe you should go on the road with them.
Why?
Yeah, that would be fun.
What I'm saying is because
wait a minute. Why are you knocking our show? That's what I don't understand.
No, but can I just say something?
I'm not knocking your show.
I never said I was a comedian. Let's get that straight.
No. What I'm saying is, hold it. Before you hijack this conversation. See, but because his whole show is a show.
And it's kind of a joke.
But when they come to see you, there's not even a show. Like, he does get up on stage and, like, entertain the people. I mean, it's shitty
girls
entertainment.
Up to take their clothes off.
Well, he does. I mean, he does
you
something.
Just said it's
shitty. It's a shitty show, but it's at least an attempt to entertain.
All right, this is my attempt.
Yeah, but your attempt is to do nothing. Hey, I was thinking, while you guys are here, I was thinking about this whole Lisa G thing and the sweet and greet party.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to wrap my head around it yesterday, and I couldn't quite figure out where I stood on it in my head, But one thing did occur to me, and I really do feel this way, that if Lisa's going to use the show to get, the only reason people are going to see Lisa's Sweet and Greet is because she works on our channels. I'd surely be the first one to attest to it with the Ronnie Block Party.
Absolutely.
But the distinction I do make, and it was brought up on the show yesterday, Shuley and the guys always have Howard TV there or the news department, and they provide something back. They provide a television element or something or a radio element. And it did rub me the wrong way when Lisa yesterday said, I mean, in a real way, like Lisa said, hey, I'm not doing this for TV. You can't pick and choose.
I agree.
If you want to come on the air and you want to promote your sweet and greed or whatever you're up to, don't tell me the quid pro quo isn't there where you're going to provide some kind of entertainment for us.
Right.
And this idea that I don't know if the fans want to be on TV. What fans don't want to be on TV?
They all have Howard TV. Yeah. They're all dying to be on there.
Yeah, and if they don't want to be, then don't use my fans. So here's my ruling on this. I guess I'm okay if Lisa wants to charge $100 for people to see her, or Shuli wants to charge you. But don't sit there and tell me you're not going to be on Howard TV. Then if you're going to be now a performer and you're going to use my audience to show up at stuff, then you got to play ball. That's it. I really do feel that way. That ain't right.
There are times I told Doug, give me a camera, one of the small ones. I'll film stuff while we're on the road. After shows, I'm going around interviewing the guys and fans, with my recorder.
And if Lisa doesn't want to do that, that's fine. But don't bring it up on the air that you're doing Sweet and Greet. And don't use the airwaves for that. Because
if
these
it's
are my
private,
airwaves.
personal thing,
Right.
don't use this show to promote it.
Right. I really do feel that way. And not just for Lisa, but for everybody. And one thing I will say about Benji. Benji lets me come and videotape him and his girlfriend singing. And they're some of the funniest shows on Howard TV.
And I hate being on TV.
What?
I hate being on TV.
Yeah, and once he started that, I even said, we got to, no, like you didn't want anyone taping in your apartment, but you said, okay, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And that's fair.
I can understand why she wouldn't want it. It would make it...
Well, because she's not understanding that actually that's the only thing that's... If you're going to be in this business and you're going to be on the Howard Stern show, if the TV is there, it actually becomes something people like.
They even pointed out yesterday that they were on the balls of their butt with the Ronnie Block party until you saw the footage and it went on Howard TV.
Yeah, what you do is you pray that it gets on Howard TV.
You're 100% right.
And then your business grows. So anyway, that's my ruling on all of this. If you've got restrictions and I've got restrictions, don't bring it up on the air. Don't mention it on Howard Stern Radio, Howard Stern TV, because to me it's all Howard Stern everything. It's a business.
Howard, if you care, Lieberman gave me sort of an update.
What's up? Tell me the update.
She called everybody who bought a ticket.
Yeah.
And everybody except for being on TV except for one person.
Yeah,
so she's trying to figure out how to handle it.
I got it all figured out. Never, ever bring up anything you're doing outside of these channels again. And if that person doesn't want to be on TV, tell them not to come.
Refund their money.
Right. But from now on, everything is on TV. I don't want to hear people telling me they're picking and choosing, because I'm picking and choosing. I'm picking and choosing. And if you choose not to be on the team, then don't do it. And listen, Lisa does a fine job and everything, and I would never ask her to be on TV if she's just doing it. But if you're going to start using the airwaves to promote events and use my audience, then you've got to give something back. That's how I feel. Now, what do you think of that, Doug?
Your Honor, I think it's a great decision.
Right. That's why I'm America's judge.
That's right. What is your ruling, Your Honor, on her appearing on Howard TV for interviews, like the behind-the-scenes shows? Sometimes she's involved, like when we go out with Benji with the Anthony Weiner press conference.
Right.
We did a behind-the-scenes show on that, and she was a big part of that, but she refused to be interviewed. What is your ruling on that? She refused to be interviewed without payment.
That's ridiculous.
I agree.
This is all... Listen, it's like I explained the other day. What do you think we're doing here? Howard TV, to me, is no different than Sirius Radio. It's all the same. It's all promotion and promoting.
It's the same thing if I said to her when she interviews me, Lisa, I can't be interviewed for Howard 100 News. I need to be paid for this. It's a thought that would never,
that's
ever
psychology,
cross ahead.
If Doug Goodstein, every time we ask him to be on the air and says I demand payment, I'm fucked. Then I got to get rid of Doug Goodstein.
But you know what? When I went to Peru, Howard, I went to Doug and I said, give me a camera. Maybe some interesting stuff will come out of this. This was my own personal vacation.
Right.
But I just decided, hey, let everybody in on this.
Thank God you did.
And it was fabulous.
Yeah.
And my point is, if you're going to... Listen, you can't pick and choose how you're going to use the Howard Stern show. This ain't a Chinese food menu. We're all in this. And it's one thing if Lisa wants to work in the news department, not promote anything, and this and that, the other. That's one thing. But don't tell me you're not going to allow a camera, and then I'm not going to allow you to use my airwaves.
All of this stuff is good to us. We should be good to it.
And it just doesn't go for Lisa. I mean, for everybody. It's the way it is.
She also buried herself for if there is something after this. She said she works for SiriusXM, so when everyone moves on, she must stay here.
Yeah, but what happens...
She's not a part of the team.
Right, right, exactly. And what happens if you start saying, well, I work for Howard TV. I'm not talking to Howard 100 News.
Well, it would never happen.
No, I know, because you're not that kind of guy.
Right. No one is around here except
it's
her.
It's all fun.
Yeah. No one's ever... I've been here 18 years. No one's ever... We've never had someone split hairs like this, ever. Like it's just not in anyone's
well, I was thinking about it, and that's what I think was bothering me about it.
There's a lot of... this place is... A lot of turmoil.
Really?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah. I mean, everyone. The wrap-up show was like, it was 15 guys in there just ready to unload on her yesterday.
Well, listen.
And no one wants to be mean and make her cry, but it seems, I think the thing that's frustrating the most is that she doesn't seem to get it. And it's just like tunnel vision. You know, it's like she sees it her way and we're all idiots.
Well, I see it my way.
Well, you're right. It's your show. You're the boss.
How she feels about this ruling.
But I mean, if anybody else,
well, it's a clear ruling, Robin. I'm saying, look, anybody who wants to use these airwaves, the Howard Stern Show airwaves, you can't pick and choose how you want to use them. Yeah. If you want to start a side business off of me, because this is my audience, this is the way I look at it. You want to start a side business off of me? You want to sell something? All right, I'm open to it. But don't tell me that I can't bring a camera there. Fine, you don't want to bring a camera, then don't use the airwaves to promote it. That's how I feel. I mean,
two-way street.
Yeah, you can't choose how you're going to use me. I'm telling you the rules. These are the rules. The judge has spoken. Tell your mother, Shuli, and ask her a review. Ask her to review it.
It's a package deal. You can't.
It's a package. Now you said something meaningful.
Thank you.
Package deal. That's a good term. I like that. Good for you, Shuli. And if Lisa wants clarification, or anybody else around here wants clarification, come see me. Right now. Right now is the chance to talk about it. Right, Doug?
Absolutely. I mean, there's times when people don't want things on camera. Of course, we respect that always. Right. But to just shut it down is just unacceptable.
Yes.
The thing I don't get is putting it on Howard TV is only going to help. I mean, you may be in embarrassing situations, but ultimately, it's only going to help your product.
By the way, Howard TV did a behind the scenes of me at AGT, which you sent me to watch last night, the preview. I thought you guys did a great job.
Yeah, it was a lot of footage. The guys did a good job for sure.
Good job on that. And then you sent me something else that was kind of fun, too.
Medicated Pete?
Medicated Pete on Rachel Fine. Holy shit. Is that for real?
Dude, either he's the best actor in the world or...
What's happening?
Rachel Fine on Fine Time. For those of you who have Howard TV, you got a real winner to look forward to.
That is also, we use it as like a promotional show. It's on HowardTV.com.
I was riveted. I had dinner plans.
And on HowardStern.com.
Yeah,
you can see it.
Oh, you can see it. You can see it for free.
Yep.
Oh, good. On HowardStern.com.
And HowardTV.com. Yep, it's up there right now.
You got to watch this. It's a free show for anybody who wants to see it. Fine Time. Rachel Fine. You know, Richie Wilson's fiance.
Yes.
She's on there with Medicated Pete. And Medicated Pete doesn't know how to eat. So while she's interviewing him, she offers him a cupcake.
Yeah.
Like one of those big cupcakes that we have outside from, what's that place?
Crumbs.
Crumbs, yeah. Like a big giant cupcake. And he's like, oh, you know. He starts eating. And somebody wrote a comment underneath that he says, Medicated Pete eats like an iguana. The cupcake is Robin all over his nose and his lips start turning purple, and it's like he can't swallow or something, and he starts to eat it, and it's like he's like it's like, you know, when brindlefly starts to eat in you know,
and he has to go, oh, excuse me,
excuse me. It's the most disturbing thing. And while he's talking, he's eating, and it's such a train wreck, fascinating piece of tape that I was late for dinner. I had dinner plans, and I had to finish Medicated Pete's interview. I didn't think I'd be that interested.
I honestly watched it at least 10 times. I just watch it I just put it on and let it loop.
Well,
basically.
The reason it's genius. Who is the genius that said give him a cupcake during his interview?
I think it was probably Richie Wilson's idea.
Richie Wilson. Yeah. That guy's a genius.
That is incredible.
Immediately triple his salary.
Okay.
Oh, that's right. We have no money. But look, there he is. Look at his face.
Oh, right. Oh, he looks like he just made a Bukkake video.
Yeah. That's on HowardStern.com and
HowardTV.com and on Howard TV, the channel.
Yeah, Howard TV.
Oh,
now, he can promote on my channels.
And it's brilliant to keep interviewing him while that's going on.
Right.
Do you think, can I tell that weird story I told you about him the other day to prove that he's really out there?
What is that?
The one about that Joe Walsh's manager told me?
Oh, yeah, go ahead. This is good.
So I think the James Gang was playing down in Red Bank.
Right.
And Joe Walsh's manager, Smokey's a huge fan of the show, and so is one of the guys that runs the road crew.
Right.
So they're driving around Red Bank, and one of the guys goes, holy shit, that's Medicated Pete. So they pull the car over, and they go to Pete, get in the fucking car. And
just
Pete
like that, right? Get in the fucking car.
Yeah, and so Pete gets in, and they go, you're going to be roadie for a day. Pete doesn't know who these people are. He doesn't know.
He gets in the car.
He gets in the car with complete strangers.
Right.
They bring him to the gig. And a couple people are like, oh, my God, it's Medicated Pete. They're taking pictures. And he goes, all right, cut the shit. Go grab that box. And they made him work the whole day.
Right.
He's like, you're roadie for a day. But Pete just got into a stranger's car.
Wow. He is weird.
And the weirdest part is that was a year and a half ago, and he's been here 3 times, and he's never told us that story.
Yeah, how weird is that? Like something cool happened to him, and he doesn't even talk about it.
Never even mentions it.
Yeah, I have a feeling that happens to Pete a lot. Like
people just grab him.
Yeah, like he just gets into random cars. Like sometimes he's raped, sometimes he's who knows. Sometimes
he never tells you any of
sometimes he's a huge rock star's roadie. It's just whatever happens to him for the day is the day. And he's somehow still alive. It's too much.
I brought him to a gig once that I did in Jersey.
How'd that go?
He comes to my room before the gig to get ready, and he goes to the bathroom to wash his hands, and apparently he washes his hands for like 15 minutes.
Oh, he's got that, huh?
So, because when I walk in, there's a lake in the bathroom, like just a huge flood of water.
He's all sloppy.
And he's up on stage, singing Purple Rain with wet spots all over his shirt and pants.
But you know what's weird about him? Like, he's probably been to the White House. Like, we don't even know it.
Yeah,
he's met Obama. He was probably at the the Queen's Jubilee celebration.
He's like Zelig.
Yeah,
he's
he shows
in all
up.
These historic spots, and nobody knows.
Forrest Gump.
All right. Well, anyway, there's my ruling on all future endeavors from everybody. Okay?
I hope we all know.
I know.
All right. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I'm just nervous, man, because kind of makes everybody kind of.
You don't want to have Lisa send me over the edge, and then I'll stop all the fun.
Yeah, because you could be you're well within your right to do that. And
right.
I
think it's fair. It's fair.
Doug, do you feel relieved that because you've been holding this back, you've actually been protecting?
I never brought this up. I saved her face on this. I was being professional and respectful. I don't know who brought it up. I don't really care. But someone else brought it out yesterday, and obviously it came up. But it wasn't me. I kept professional on this. I did not rat her out. I was going to save it and just not bring it up on air. But it came up, and I feel like the judge has spoken, the boss has spoken. It's crystal clear. There's 50 people up here, 49 get it. So,
and you knew Howard would share the same thought process.
Like, who has done this? Who would That's like me asking John right now for holding a microphone. Like I said in there, John, pay me. Get this microphone away from me. I want to be paid. I work for Howard TV. This isn't I'm splitting hairs, John. This is Howard TV. I don't work for Sirius XM. Pay me for this, John. Could you pay me? Answer the question. Pay me.
No, thank you.
Why?
Because you work for the channel. You work for Howard. We all work for Howard.
Package deal. It's a package deal. Yeah, it's a package deal, of course.
So will you cover Lisa's Sweet and Me?
Now that's a good question, and I'm going to be hypocritical, potentially, because part of me doesn't want to cover it because I don't want to help her out now. She split hairs and made her feelings known, and it's insulting. And the other part is like, no, I wouldn't do that to the show. I'm going to, if she, God, I can't believe I'm saying this. If she allows us, really, don't exploit and try to sell tickets through the show. No, yeah, we would cover it, sure. And I would be happy to cover for other ones, and hopefully, because I'm a good guy, I'd like to help her out. So if this could help her blow up her business, sure. Do I think it should would I be happier if it all went away? Yeah, probably, that's the truth. But yeah, I'd cover it, and I'd cover subsequent ones as well.
It seems, though, there should be no gray area. Howard ordered Lisa to give access to Howard TV.
Yeah, this shouldn't be, but we're dealing with Lisa, and Lisa seems to go by her own rules in her own world, so there might be another conversation Howard has to make it even clearer than he just did. That would be my guess.
Lisa?
Yes?
Howard declared you must do interviews with Howard TV and allow Howard TV...
No, that's not what he said. He said, if I'm using the air to promote an event, then Howard TV needs to be there, and I agree with him.
But Howard did say we're all one team, and he wants you to participate in all Howard TV productions.
That's not what he said. But I'm there 100% in the hallways every morning.
You're parsing words. You're not. That is what he said.
That is not what he said. That's not what I heard.
Go back there and ask Gary what he said and Doug what he said. That's what he said.
He said that he expects me to...
Yes, he says he expects you to do interviews with TV for behind the scenes, and he expects you to do everything just like what he expects everybody to do.
Well, then that's what I'll do. If I have time. This comes first.
Okay. But you're parsing words. That's all I'm
I
saying.
am not. That's what I heard. Then maybe I missed something, but that's what I thought I heard.
I called you last night, Robin.
I know, but it was right before AGT, so I figured you'd go into that. I wanted to watch it, so I figured we'd talk today.
Yeah.
Can't interrupt AGT.
Well, it was 20 minutes before AGT. I figured we had some time, but you're right. You need to prepare for AGT.
By the time I saw the message, I think it was like 10 minutes before.
By the way, how good was AGT last night?
It was really good.
Yeah, those hour shows fly by. They really do.
Yeah, you don't realize when you're sitting inside how much is going on outside of the venue, how much is going on in the wings.
I mean, again, I get hung up on I try to remember everything I said because we taped for 4 days straight, like 2 shows a day.
In Austin, yeah.
Yeah, but I was really pleased with the show last night. I thought it was a real good one. And but speaking of things AGT, how about the guy from the night before who is a war hero and stuttered? Did you read that he is a complete fraud?
No.
Yeah, like it was a total scam. What's even funnier, in some of the papers it goes, Howard Stern was scammed. Like, not even America's Got Talent.
Yeah, like you did all the vetting.
Yeah, like I run
You're not
the show.
just sitting there.
Yeah, no. Well, first of all, there can't be anything more despicable. You know, there's so much on my mind because I am dying to tell people what happens in Vegas. Not just about this guy, but about a lot of the talent.
Uh-huh.
All I can say this season on America's Got Talent, if you're following along at home, expect the unexpected on every level.
Well, tonight or was it next week they were promoting that something's going to happen that's really shocking.
Well, I think what they're going to show, based on what I saw the same thing, and I don't know, they don't tell me anything, but a lot of times Howie, Sharon, and I really violently disagree. And because they edit and they only have an hour, they don't always show all the disagreements. So I think
it seems like you three are on the same page with most things.
Yeah. In fact, Ronnie was saying how much he enjoyed the show last night because they did show some of the disagreeing, a little bit of it. And there's one play. I get so mad I eat half of Howie's face off. It's crazy, like full-on cannibalism. But
yeah, they sort of indicated that there's a real Howie wants someone to go through, and you're not
right. I know. I think
happy about that.
Yeah, I think I know who it is too, and I was fucking livid. But so I don't know how much they're going to show of it. It's funny, like the things they choose to show too. Like I was doing math at the table. You know when I do math,
right, yeah.
And I was surprised they showed that. I was glad they showed that, but. Because everyone wanted to know how much time we had left, so I did the math for them.
Or how much time per contestant you were.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I said, let me handle the math. That's my forte.
And the show was over. You still had to come up with an answer.
And I said, well, here, let me I want to do it on paper so I can show my work to the teacher. Didn't you love that in school when you had to show your work?
Absolutely.
I was like, I'm in big trouble. I can't just look at somebody's answer on another paper.
That was to keep you from cheating.
Yeah, it worked. It was really fucked up with them.
I don't have any work.
My work? I don't know how I got. I took a lucky guess. Does that count?
I'm a genius.
Yeah, so I don't know. It's like really weird because there were so many arguments when we taped. And sometimes they go to them and sometimes they don't. But maybe next week they're going to show one of them.
Yeah, I like that little Snapple room thing, too, where you guys are sitting back there talking about some of the contestants that really impressed you.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy?
What was going on? What?
When we were taping, we would be in the Snapple room for over an hour, at least twice a show.
Really?
Yeah, and like all it is 3 seconds of the show. It's great. And I sit there and go, you're kidding me. Trouble is, you can't figure out which 3 seconds they're going to use. Yeah.
Yeah, because they cut it up still, and you're jumping around from contestant to contestant.
Yeah.
I saw one of the contestants last night. I think it was the only person I disagreed with you on the whole time.
Yeah.
And they didn't even show you voting no.
Yeah, did you notice that?
Yeah.
That was the other thing I was going to say.
The girl that sang Blue.
Yeah. Yeah. See, all I can tell you is, by the time we get to Vegas, I'm right about 100% of the time.
But in order to show you saying no, that was going to be 3 minutes.
Right.
It was going to take a long time.
That was a big disagreement because on that girl, I didn't think she had the goods. But the only reason I want them to show, because when we get to Vegas, a lot of times I'm proven right.
And when she started singing, I said, she's got a nice voice and everything, but she sounds like a million other people.
Right. And, by the way, the thing that Howie and I disagreed on, everyone on Twitter agreed with me. That girl is a tremendous singer.
The one you picked and said she was unique, she was amazing.
Amazing.
You talking about the girl and the guy?
Yeah. She was great. And, everybody wrote me on Twitter, how could Howie have said that girl wasn't up to par? I mean...
Howie has a 10 ear, I think.
Well, I'm there to... listen, Sharon 99% of the time sides with me because she knows I'm right. And so, I keep Howie in check.
Because
he goes
was
astray.
Completely off on the girl singers. He liked the girl who was sort of mediocre and not the girl who was completely unique.
Yeah. Howie's great. Everyone writes me about the chemistry between us, even with Nick.
I like Nick a lot. In fact, I had when I went to see the auditions, I was like, well, what is it that Nick does? He comes out and he says hello to the audience.
Yeah, but it's all backstage.
But watching him on TV, he's very funny, and he really is willing to put himself out there.
He puts himself out there, and also he's real with the people. He doesn't.
Oh my God! When that girl came out to do that dance, the pole dance,
right,
and he wound up on the pole with her.
Yeah,
I was like, somebody's going to die. Because that was too much weight for that pole. Those temporary poles are pretty good.
But listen how screwed up this is. And again, I wish I could tell you what happens in Vegas, but I'm not gonna because I don't want to ruin the show for people and I want them to watch. But here it is. Talented liar, TV phenom's war injury tale. Now, the reason I think this is so screwed up, it messes it up for every real veteran who comes back from the war, regardless of injuries. Right. Because now no one believes you. Now all of a sudden, the one thing that was... Remember in The Wire when the criminals talk about you never kill somebody on a Sunday morning church?
Yeah.
It's like that. It's like you could be the most fucked up liar on the planet, but you never lie about your military service.
Gotta have some rules.
Well, you remember that guy running, what was he running for? Senator in Connecticut?
I think Senate.
He lied about Vietnam. He won. But this lie is so wrong on so many levels. TV phenom's war injury tale. He's got talent. This is the guy from America's Got Talent. I'm assuming most of our fans are watching the show, so they know what I'm talking about. He's got talent and a lot of explaining to do. Sergeant Timothy Michael Poe, who, by the way, everyone was in tears over. I know,
the whole audience was crying.
I had friends write me on email talking about they were home crying. Sergeant Timothy Michael Poe, a country western singing National Guard veteran. Remember when the National Guard didn't have to go to war? Like now you do.
Right. You used to go into the National Guard to stay out.
Yeah, forget it. You can't hide now. Michael Poe, a country western singing National Guard veteran who knocked the socks off judges on America's Got Talent Monday night, is a stutterer who claims to have suffered a brain injury during a 2009 tour of duty. If you remember, he said he stuttered after he got blown up.
Right. Yeah.
Military officials said yesterday he had never been wounded. Poe, whose silky smooth rendition of Garth Brooks, If Tomorrow Never Comes, left dozens in the studio audience crying. He said he began to stutter 3 years ago when he was heard attempting to shield his men from a rocket-propelled grenade blast, and now can speak clearly only when he sings. I mean, what an involved story. And by the way, that means like some guy in the military was watching this and said, let me check this guy's record.
He probably knew him, said that dude wasn't ever in any action.
But if this is true, then what was this guy thinking, that he wasn't going to be discovered?
Yeah, like the military doesn't watch TV?
I mean, everyone is going to think he is a fucking scumbag for lying about military service and getting blown up.
I don't think he really thought through what would happen if he got on TV.
But the Minnesota National... But his wife was there with him, too.
Hey, they have had scam artist teams before.
Yeah, but no, the wife says, I don't know anything about this. Listen to this. But the Minnesota National Guard said yesterday that Poe was never injured in the line of duty, nor did he serve in the military for 14 years, as he claimed on national TV. He must be like one of those women who like gets themselves ill so people will feel bad for him.
Munchausen's disease.
He's got the male version of Munchausen's disease. Sergeant Timothy Michael Poe served in the Minnesota Army National Guard from December 3rd, 2002 until May 26, 2011. Let me do the math there. Real quick math. I think that's 9 years, not 14.
Right.
And performed as a... sorry, I didn't write it down.
I don't see any work.
I didn't do any work. And performed as a supply specialist, said Lieutenant Colonel Kevin Olson, a spokesman for the Minnesota Guard. Quote, his military records indicate that he served with the Minnesota National Guard in Kosovo from October 10, 2007 until July 15, 2008, and was deployed to Afghanistan from July 28, 2009 to August 30th, 2009. So he did serve, and he was in Afghanistan.
Kosovo.
No, it says also, he says was deployed to Afghanistan.
Oh, okay.
From July 28th, 2009 to August 30th, 2009. I think that's almost like a year, but I'm not sure. I'd have to really put pencil to paper.
I'm not keeping
No, wait,
up.
let's see. July 28, 2000, July.
Yeah.
July, September. No, what comes after July, Robin? August?
August.
All right. I skipped that. August. That's 1 month. Right. He was there a month. Holy smokes.
Not
Boy,
that you can't get hurt in a month.
once you do the math, and, you know, it's complicated math, I'll admit. That's a month. I thought it was 2008 to 2009. It's 2009 to 2009. That's a month. Don't get tricked. That's a trick question, you know.
That's right, and he's not telling you what part of the month. It could have been a few weeks.
He might have been there a day. Sergeant Poe's official military records do not indicate that he was injured by a grenade in combat while serving in Afghanistan in 2009, as a report said the spokesman. Poe's ex-wife, Kelly Ballard, said she had never heard her former spouse stutter like he did on the show. So it was a fake stutter.
Right.
Wow. There was no...
Well, you notice that when he was talking to Nick said, you got through that whole sentence without a stutter?
Yeah, he forgot.
Like he forgot.
Yeah. Holy mackerel. There was no combat injuries, said Ballard from her Texas home. I think he's developed a feel sorry for me. I feel sorry for me stutter.
Oh.
Boy, this really sickens me.
I know.
And not because it happened on America's Got Talent. I mean...
In general.
Oddly enough, this will probably bring more viewers to America's Got Talent. This is like a full-page ad for the show. So from that aspect, it's good. But the bad part of it is for military guys who actually serve, and they're walking around with one leg blown off, and then they go and they
can't tell their story.
Yeah, you go and say, hey, I got my leg blown off with a grenade. And yeah, right.
Yeah,
Just like the guy in America's Got Talent. There was no combat injuries, said Ballard from her Texas home. I think he developed a feel sorry for me stutter. In a video detailing Poe's backstory filmed in the Austin, Texas auditions from Monday's show, the country singer said that in Afghanistan he volunteered to clear buildings and help rescue wounded people, and one day someone armed with a rocket-propelled grenade launched open fire. How the fuck did he do this? With a straight face.
Somebody told him a story, and he decided to make it his own, probably.
I saw it coming down, and by the time I turned and went to jump on top of my guys, I yelled grenade, and the blast had hit me, Poe said. You know what's amazing, too? They didn't even show my whole speech to him. I was talking about his service, and...
Well, you thanked him.
I did, but I did a lot more. They have to edit it down.
Thank goodness they didn't show it.
And I remember, I thought I was about to lose it and cry for the guy. That's how upset I was for him.
Yeah, thank goodness they saved you with the editing.
Yeah. I could have looked like a real pussy. I saw it coming down, and by the time I turned and went to jump on top of my guys, like he's a huge hero.
Right. I mean, this is a story with nothing but hero smacked all over it.
I yelled grenade, and the blast had hit me, Poe said. He claimed that had he not been injured, he might never have discovered his singing voice.
Right, because he discovered that with this speech pathologist.
Boy, I wish I could tell you what happens in Vegas. I wish they would fast forward on that one.
Well, don't, because, right now, as far as we're concerned, he's still in the competition.
Oh, yeah, no, he's in. But that's what I'm telling you. We might go to Vegas and fall for it even harder. That's what I'm telling you. Just be prepared. But Ballard said years earlier he was the lead singer in a band called Crawl Space. Show producers said they first learned only yesterday that Poe had been lying. Poe could not be reached for comment yesterday. Yeah, and they actually vet these guys pretty well, I thought.
Yeah, he crawled back under his rock, apparently.
Oh, my God, I want to interview him so bad. I want to interview this guy so badly.
Well, there should be a law that you can't misrepresent your military service.
Especially in front of me on America's Got Talent.
Yeah, you go to AGT jail.
Yeah, there's got to be an AGT jail. Sharon's holding on for the game. Remember that from yesterday? I got to do that.
Yes. This woman who we talked to yesterday.
All right, let me get to her. She's Sam Simon's on the phone. Hey, Sam, I haven't spoken to you in a while. What's happening?
Hey, Howard, how you doing?
Sam Simon, one of the creators of The Simpsons, who doesn't get as much credit as the other guys because he sold his portion of it, and they tried to shove
nothing.
Well,
no,
I mean,
but he left.
He left, but he shouldn't have because those guys try to act like Sam had nothing to do with it. But
they don't.
I think they do because when I saw the Hollywood Reporter article and stuff, I was like, hey, why is Sam not more prominent in this? Sam had a lot to do with it.
Years and I left after the 4th year.
I heard the drawings were really shitty until Sam took over.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Sam. Anyway, what's on your mind?
Well, I got a few things. And first of all, I want to thank you for AGT. It's my favorite show on TV.
Isn't that a shock?
Because of you. I was sick of the talent shows. I just was done with that stuff, and now I am so into this. I'm looking forward to the live shows and
Me too.
finding the winner and all that stuff.
I got to tell you, I am so thrilled by a couple of things that have happened. That I get a lot of email and tweets and things from people who say, I kind of gone away from not only America's Got Talent, but all these talent shows, and we feel like you revitalized that. I get so proud.
Howard,
that
it's the same thing that you did with radio. It was boring, it was over, and you have brought some unpredictability to it.
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. And I'm also excited that people are telling me that 99% of them are watching the show with their kids, and they're like, they can't believe that their kids are Howard Stern fans. And so it's all sort of exciting and new.
I don't think a lot of people know who you really are, this reputation.
Right.
I see Howard on the show, and I think it's great.
Right, it's fun.
Although, I mean, I like when you rewatch the show, right?
Yes.
When you saw this mentalist, psychic, what was he?
Yep.
The mind reader.
The mind reader.
The mind reader. Could you tell how he did that?
Well, I actually know because I've employed a few mentalists.
Oh, okay.
But I tell you the truth, I thought that guy was terrific.
Yeah, we know there's no real such thing as a mind reader.
Right, we know it's a trick.
Yes, of course.
But he did a wonderful job because what I loved about him is, I don't know how you felt about him, Sam, but I thought he was very unassuming, I've had guys do that kind of thing, and the way I judge is I say, this guy's got something interesting. He's got a good presentation. Let me see what else he's got. Does he have a show in him, or is he just a one-trick pony? And that's my criteria.
Well, no, I mean, I liked him, and I thought he did a good job. I thought the stuff he was saying was really good, but I don't know anything about magic, but I think
but you think you know. But
I think I know.
Yeah, people tweeted me. They go, "Oh, he must have had an earpiece in."
No.
There was no earpiece.
Someone else goes, "He must be able to see underneath the tape, from. He must be able to go look down."
I think that's part of it.
Yeah, this is all of the stuff. But for those of you who thought that he had a partner in the audience and a remote control thing, the producers told me afterwards. I said the guy did a great job. They said to me, for sure, he doesn't have a shill in the audience because he had to perform it for us in a room without anyone in it.
I mean, I guess he
but
so
he
provided. That's what he did.
He provided his own mask, basically.
But I don't want to. I mean,
I actually know something about this.
Okay,
but. I thought he did a terrific job, and most people who are not, privy to how these things are done, were tweeting me. They go, "Is that guy for real? Is he really able to read minds?" And so, people are fascinated by this thing. It's one of the oldest tricks, but it's still very fascinating to people.
Okay, well, listen, I love AGT, but there's a show I really don't like.
What's that?
It's called Fast Food Mania, and it stars someone that I do like, and his name is John Hine.
Well, I'll be watching the show tonight. I haven't seen it yet.
Well,
what's wrong with it for you? Are you objecting to what he's promoting?
I'm glad you're here. I hope you're feeling better.
Thank you. But you're objecting
on my side with this. I heard you say you liked it.
I liked it as a show. Do I like the fact that he's telling people to eat that sort of food? Of course not.
God, Robin, he's not just. It is a celebration of gluttony and animal abuse and global warming that is beyond belief.
Well, I got to defend John for a second. I have not seen the show yet, but listen, Sam, let's be realistic. A lot of people love fast food, and John loves fast food.
What?
Well, I'm saying if you're a fan of fast food, sitting and watching John gloriously kiss the ground where Colonel Sanders once walked is the funniest thing in the world to me.
He could not kiss the ground where
Colonel Sanders.
Osama bin Laden was born
on
television.
You're comparing Colonel Sanders who kills chickens to Osama bin Laden?
Oh, I will compare that. I'll tell you why. Because obesity kills 100 million people, and Osama bin Laden killed 3.
But you're thinking too much.
Yeah, but this is a killing by choice.
Sam.
People choose this.
Sam,
What, the chickens choose to be killed?
I said the people choose it.
Sam, you're thinking too much.
No.
John, do you want to defend your show?
Listen, wait a minute. Kentucky Fried Chicken is the most notorious slaughterer of animals in the world. His Holiness the Dalai Lama has called for a boycott of Kentucky Fried Chicken because they use the cruelest, most outdated methods in the world to kill 1 billion chickens a year.
Sam, you're talking to a guy who doesn't. I don't eat any birds anymore.
Okay.
I still eat fish.
And I don't eat meat at all.
Yeah, right. So we understand the politics of this.
But what about the planet?
Laura, let's talk to John Hine. John, how do you defend yourself? Sam Simon is watching your show.
Will you be going into the methods that this meat is derived?
Yeah, John, why are you not visiting Kentucky? Wait a second, John. Why are you not?
Creatures that can suffer, John.
John, why are you not visiting?
Howard, in the main title of the show, listen. Say somebody feels that. Well, I want to eat a hamburger. In the main title of the show, John Hine is eating a hamburger that is 18 inches tall, and he looks like he's in heaven. It's got about 25 patties in it, and grease and cheese spilling out from everyone. It's the most disgusting thing you've ever seen in your life.
And he's in bliss.
And he looks like he's in heaven.
Well, let me say something, because this needs to be said.
Why are you taking his side?
Well, hold on a second.
Because you're out of your fucking mind, Sam. That's why.
John, will you personally visit the slaughterhouse where Kentucky Fried Chicken kills their chickens?
They won't let him in.
Howard, we did, but that got lost in the edit.
I see.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
no,
of course we're not going to do that. That's not what the show's about.
The show is about your joy of fast food.
Of course, I understand what Sam's saying.
Right.
But to blame... Hold on, Sam. I listened to you.
Okay, you're right.
But to blame obesity on the fact that these places... No one's forcing you to go there. No one's telling you to eat the food. That's your choice, whether you want to or not.
You could make the point that Homer Simpson glorifies donuts and gluttony.
Oh, I was getting to Homer.
Oh, you were?
Yeah, which is Sam's...
He's a vegetarian.
Creation. He's a
vegetarian.
Homer Simpson's a vegetarian?
Lisa, the daughter.
Oh, Lisa. Oh, okay.
Sam, I understand your point, and the show clearly isn't for you, but we're not telling...
I politically agree with Sam about a lot of the slaughtering methods and obesity.
John, you go people make a choice, but they're not making an informed choice. You are flooded with your show is a commercial for fast food. Where's the other side?
It's one big commercial.
But Sam, I think the fun of it is that it's
fun.
Yes, the fun. Now, come on.
Put out of your mind how bad it is.
No, the fun is to watch a guy kill himself.
Right.
And
when John pulls out that gun that shoots the sour cream, and he's talking about what a great invention it is.
Yeah, that's great.
He's never been in a Taco Bell in his life.
You don't see the humor in that?
Well, wait. This is what I would like. Howard, you like Paul McCartney, right?
Love him.
So does John Hine. John?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. He did a short film. It's called Glass Walls.
Right. It's about...
it's on YouTube. Go to John... Howard, make John go to YouTube.
Okay. Go ahead.
And make him watch this 10-minute film about where meat comes from.
Now, John, I'm your boss.
Don't make me go to YouTube.
You have to go to YouTube.
Don't make me go to YouTube, Howard.
Well, watch it. Listen, Sam watched you. You should watch his.
Hey, I've seen Super Size Me. I've read Fast Food Nation. I will watch the film that you're suggesting.
But it's not going to make him stop.
And then we'll come back for season 2 and go to different places.
No, it will.
No,
what are you saying?
And John will be as powerful a spokesman for veganism as he is for whatever
fast food mania.
Fast food mania.
Listen, Sam, John is killing himself. He's huge. He's diabetic. He eats shitty food every single day of his life.
Actually, that's not entirely true.
That's close.
What about this, John? You love your kids.
I do.
You don't look very healthy on the show. First of all, I don't know.
Yeah, but his kids are getting older now. They don't need him that much.
I don't know what the obesity rate in the. I think it's like 35%. We're the fattest country in the world, but it's got to be like 99% of the people on that show.
Robin,
they've got the market cornered.
Robin, you're an advocate for whole foods, good foods, and all that kind of stuff.
Yes, absolutely.
But at the same time, you can watch John's show and still find the humor in it, right?
It's ridiculous. I think that the greatest thing about the show is they call it mania. I mean, these people are crazy. Sleeping in a parking lot to get free chicken.
Oh, my God.
Sam, the point of the show
The fact is, though, 60% of Americans, listen to this, 60% of Americans are obese or overweight. And the perpetrators are soda companies. Yes, people should be able to control themselves. And yes, they shouldn't eat fast food, but that's the point. Everybody's got personal choice.
And John's show is not the only show praising overindulgence.
There's nothing else. Every commercial is overindulgence.
John, what are you going to do? Are you going to resign?
Blaming the commercials on me too?
Are you going to resign from the show or
your
not?
Your show is a commercial.
Sam, the show is glorifying the Americana, the food, the event, everything behind it, and why so many people go to these places and enjoy them. Look, I know when I walk into one of these places, I'm not making the healthiest choice, but it's my choice to make, and I love the food. If if you drink a lot and you love alcohol, no one's going to tell you, you know what, get the alcohol off the shelves. You can't have it. That's your choice to moderate or not.
Choice to torture dogs?
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
Was it Michael Vick's choice to torture and kill dogs?
Yes.
Of course it was.
And he had to pay a price because it's illegal.
Sam, likening fast food mania to 9/11 is a very weak analogy, okay? And
it's not a weak analogy, John, because obesity is a bigger threat to this country than terrorism.
Right,
so the only reason people are obese is because of these places, you're saying?
Let me play devil's advocate. Let me play devil's advocate. You were part of a show that glorified gambling. It was a poker show, if I remember correctly. I used to watch it.
Yes.
And many people have lost their fortunes.
No.
Yeah, you are glorifying. Hold it. I want to finish my point.
Not gambling.
Hold it.
Poker's not gambling.
Stop it.
How is poker not gambling?
What are you talking about? Poker is a game of skill. There's no look. Every casino game in Las Vegas, if you want to lose, you can walk up to the table and or rather, in poker, if you want to lose, you can lose.
Right.
If you want to lose.
But what if you want to win and you lose?
Gambling, you can end up winning.
Poker is a game where you could lose a lot of money because you think you're going to win because you think you know what you're doing.
Right.
It is a game that has cost people their lives.
Right.
And yet you did the show. So I'm saying not that you shouldn't have done the show, but, But
you did, because you like gambling.
That's right. But John Hein is in the same boat. He knows what he's doing isn't perfect or good for everyone, but he's doing. Do you see that point?
No, because you're leaving the animals out of it.
All right, so then let me give you another point. Didn't you for years manage a boxer?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever seen what boxing does to a man's brain? I mean, have you seen the human cruelty to one another?
Yeah.
How could you advocate that and support it?
I wouldn't do it now.
All right. That's fair enough.
All right. You changed your stand. The one thing I will criticize about John's show is
the one thing, Robin.
Well, because, again, it tells you what it is. It says, this is fast food. We all know what fast food is, and these are the maniacs who eat it.
That's right.
The one thing I will criticize is that they don't go get, John's bigger than anybody he interviews. Like they give you these couple of people who can eat this crap and not be obese. You know,
Not the
like
shows I saw.
No, there was a very like an attractive girl talking about her love of something, and
I saw a couple that won the Chick-fil-A or the Whataburger contest, and I just thought, oh my God.
Yeah, well, there was that 100-year-old couple. That's again saying
Sam,
you can actually live on this.
Sam, have you voiced this outrageous anger toward The Simpsons when they have fast food companies advertising on it? Have you demanded that The Simpsons remove all fast food restaurant
like
advertising?
Disney getting rid of all that
Right.
stuff.
Have you demanded?
No, I haven't.
All right. Well, okay.
But,
all right. Well,
know,
you've got work to do.
I think, I actually do think that Homer satirizes America's. First of all,
I think it's too subtle.
30 years ago, when The Simpsons, I don't know how long it is.
Right.
John probably knows. But Homer was fat. He's not fat. He's actually the average weight of an American now.
Right. Now his fat is normal.
And we always made, and it was supposed to be a joke that he loved this food. He was supposed to be a moron for doing it. And now.
Well, I understand your point. I understand your point.
John Hein, my first what?
Because when you do watch the show, you kind of say to yourself, you know, maybe fast food is kind of fun too, the whole lifestyle. And why am I being so uptight?
Maybe I want to be a part of that.
Maybe I'll go get a big burger.
Yeah.
But, you know, and people don't realize how dangerous it is. I mean, we did that experiment that guy did at work. How long have we had that cheeseburger sitting out there now?
Since January.
Since January. How many months is that?
6 almost.
Is there a cheeseburger still out there?
Yeah, we have a cheeseburger because we read about this in the paper. We have a cheeseburger sitting in our office for 6 months. There it is. The cheese is absolutely perfect.
Yep.
There is no mold.
And John Hein, when he's at White Castle, he goes,
look at that.
100% beef, everybody.
I mean, that scares the shit out of me.
Like it's really 100% beef.
That thing has not changed.
No, how do we explain that, John? That the roll, the beef, and the cheese have no mold, and that's 6 months.
Yeah, it's preserved well.
Doesn't that scare you?
Yeah, it does.
And you're eating that.
Well, it's a cheeseburger, so.
So Sam is calling. Sam is calling for you to show that aspect of fast food on the show.
No, yes. Well, they're not going to do that, but
no, we're not.
I want John to watch Glass Walls with Paul McCartney on YouTube, and he has to watch the whole thing.
Sam, I will watch it. I pledge here, I will watch that show.
Okay.
But you call up Howard,
but
you call up Howard, and I know you said it's nothing against me, but you basically trashed the show, which just got out of the game. And you're entitled to your opinion, but like. You're preaching like this is something that's not done on television about any. I mean, that's a great point Howard made about your poker show. And
no, it's not.
Yes, it is. You said poker. Sam, how could you say that poker isn't gambling? I think you're a smart guy.
What I say about the boxer?
Like that. That's just a ridiculous statement.
About my poker show. We played low stakes poker. We didn't play high stakes poker. It was to show the camaraderie and fun of having.
According to Artie, he dropped like $1,000 to you that night.
Yeah, he lost money on that show.
To most people, that ain't low stakes.
Sam, you're showing the fun of playing poker and gambling, and that's fine. Actually, I happen to like that. I'm showing the fun of going to these places, of enjoying the food if you like that food, and seeing other people who are crazy like me.
What about the animals, John?
We're not talking about the animals, Sam. It's not, Sam. It's not the point of the show. On the poker show, on the poker show, do you show how the cards are made? Do you show where the chips come from?
Do you show the people living in shacks who lost their entire fortune?
No, cards can't suffer. Chips don't suffer.
Somebody made
people
them.
Suffer.
What about the people who kill themselves because they've lost all their money playing cards? You're going to pretend like that doesn't happen?
Kentucky Fried Chicken killed 1 billion chickens last year. Do you think 1 billion people killed themselves because they lost money at poker?
Sam, I think people can walk up to a Kentucky Fried Chicken and say, you know what, I love this food, I'm going to go there. Or they can go down the street to a restaurant and eat Thai food. It's up to them. The choice is theirs. And you're going to praise the people making Thai food, but knock the people making Kentucky Fried Chicken. Any product in this country
I got to be
made
honest with you, though. I mean, Sam is bringing something up that people don't like to think about, how their food is murdered.
Gets to their plate.
That's all food. Not all food, but
not all food, but
animal. Food, John.
Yeah. No, food that comes that were animals that were killed for that. I get that. I understand that. Okay, I'm a smart guy.
But you're okay with that?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a fan of the cruelty that might happen. Like,
well,
I guess at
every fast food place.
No. I closed my eyes to that willfully.
So you're in denial.
Of course I am.
He doesn't want to think about it.
I don't want to think about it. I want to enjoy the bucket of KFC. And that's my choice to make. And a lot of people make that choice.
That's I'm saying
all right, boys.
That choice is horrible, I think.
Sam, not everybody in the...
No, but you're saying like you appreciate...
I respect how you eat and how Robin eats and how Howard eats. That's your choice, and that's fine. But don't tell me how to eat. Okay? The whole world isn't vegans and vegetarians. In fact, most of the world isn't.
But John, you're saying that this is me telling you, and I'm saying I don't care about you. I care about the animals. They're suffering because people eat meat.
Yes, and they will continue to suffer because people eat meat. That's the way the world is. And you want to change the world. I get it.
Not after you watch this video.
All right, Sam.
Go watch the video and tell us what your reaction is.
John Hein, it turns out, is in the most controversial show of the year.
It is. It's
look at him. He's done it again.
Oh, it was you, Howard.
Yeah, me. I'm just a nice judge.
Sam, you'll like this week's episode a lot better. It's all about the drive-through, the different drive-throughs throughout the country.
Well, Sam, you can get behind that.
Of course, I will say again, the meat...
Is that bad for the mileage on cars or something?
Gases than all the automobiles in the world combined. We can save the world from incinerating by not eating meat. I'm tweeting at Simon Sam.
All right. Are there more cool tweets about murdering chickens?
I'm about to send out some links to the Dalai Lama saying boycott KFC. I'm going to do.
Wow, John has inspired protest.
And I'll do
all right. Yeah, yes, Sam, are you getting laid? That's all that counts. You sound like a guy who's not getting laid.
What?
Are you getting laid?
Yes, sure.
All right. Yes, Gary.
That's the guys in the office are asking. Sam has nice cars. Do they have leather seats?
No.
Okay.
All right.
No. Everybody always looks for these stupid things. No. And not only that, they're solar.
Yeah, by the way,
all of his cars are solar?
I've been in Sam's car, and I got to tell you, there are no seats. All right. Thank you, Sam.
Okay.
Good to speak with you.
Bye.
Wow, controversy follows you,
Man,
John.
he was on fire.
When your dad goes to KFC, does he think about how the chicken gets
killed? My dad doesn't think about me. What is he going to think about a chicken? He looks at a chicken the same way he looks at me.
Doesn't mean it's not right not to think about how the animal gets to your plate.
Yeah, but I'm not.
But I don't think the consciousness of the people that John is talking to is all that high.
Right.
They're not caring about where it comes from or how it got there.
Well, if anything, you should thank Sam. That's got to be an excellent commercial for your new show.
Yeah, I think so. But the logic that poker is in gambling, and he kind of lost me a little bit there.
Look, anything that people like, they like to defend. Look at you.
Of course.
That's it.
Robin just called me dumb, but I don't care.
No. I didn't say you were dumb. I said the people you're talking to.
Hey, you're like the professor of dumb people.
I feel so much better.
All right, Big John. There you go. John Hein, when is the show on?
It's on Sunday nights at 10 o'clock on Destination America.
No need to give out what channel Destination America is.
Everybody knows it.
That's America's channel.
Exactly.
All right, thank you,
guys.
John. Poor guy's got one fucking show on Destination America. Sam found it.
Sam is screaming about a show nobody sees.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. By Sam screaming about it, he actually got them some audience.
He's going to make it a hit.
John.
Yes?
Well, first off, don't they say all press is good press?
I hope so. At first, I was really ticked because it seems like Sam went out of his way to knock the show.
Right.
But in listening to his argument, I know he's a big animal rights advocate, and I really do respect that. But I think he's kind of missing the point when it comes to this show. We're all about the celebration of fast food and exploring why people eat it and the history behind it. And he's just looking at how the food gets killed. And I think whenever anybody goes into any restaurant, you're not necessarily thinking about that. You're just enjoying the food. And that's the point I was trying to make.
And Sam is just another hypocrite with another. We're all hypocrites, and we all have vices, and we all do things that, we all have things that we're passionate about. But when you guys pointed the finger towards him with gambling, with being a boxing manager, with the way The Simpsons portray certain elements of society, he really had no argument.
I'm glad Howard brought that up. He argued it much better than I did, and it's true. I mean, I love to gamble, but you're kidding. Poker isn't gambling?
Right.
That's just a stupid thing to say. And with managing the boxers, though he said he wouldn't do it now, you get in the ring, you're taking your life in your hands. I'm not I'm not knocking either of those things, but people understand the consequences of what they're doing and then make their decisions accordingly. And that's all I'm saying about this. Plus, this is more about, having kids that had birthday parties at these places when they were 6 years old. The goofiness and the wackiness and the fun. This isn't a hard-hitting documentary on cuisine. That's not the point of the show. It's just to have fun at these places that so many people go to.
Right, it's about the culture and nostalgia associated.
Absolutely.
All right, Sharon, I've kept you on hold long enough. I promised you I would get to you first thing in the morning.
Oh, it's no problem.
All right, Sharon. Sharon wants to play a game. I have a Bigfoot game for her. It's time to play Bigfoot Game.
How is the Bigfoot game played?
Yes.
Glad you asked that. The Bigfoot game is very simple. If you're playing along at home, have fun and get our home game as well. The game is played very simply. We ask Bigfoot a question. Let me give you a sample. Here's the first question. This doesn't count. This is just a practice question to get you familiar with the game. We ask a question like this.
What is bin Laden's first name?
All right. Now, bin Laden, as you know, is Osama bin Laden. And most Americans know that name. It's gone down in infamy.
But does Bigfoot know the name?
But Bigfoot lives in Vermont. He's isolated. I don't know his intelligence level, but it doesn't seem all that high.
Mm-mm.
And so, you'd sit there and you debate it in your head, but you got to come up. It's, listen, you got a 50-50 chance.
The big thing about these games is that Bigfoot does know something.
Well, we
just don't know what it is.
That's right. You got to tap into the Bigfoot mentality. Like, for example, I would say he probably does know Osama bin Laden.
Really?
Yeah, I would think so.
No.
You would say no. What would you say, Robin?
I think he must know Osama bin Laden.
Right. So this doesn't count. This is just to see where his head's at. Let's find out.
Bob
bin Laden. Well, actually, that's. It's right in a way. His real first name is Robert. He changed it. No, you would have been right, Sharon. You would have won.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
there we go.
All right. So we're going to play the Bigfoot game now. Now, Sharon, in order to get this fabulous gift of the iPad, which I love, and Citrix was kind enough to give it to us.
Yes.
In order to get it, you've got to get 3 out of 5 right.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So let's start with your first question in the Bigfoot game.
All right.
Here we go.
What is H2O?
What is H2O? Now, you must know that, Sharon, right?
Yeah, I know what that is.
What is H2O?
It's water.
Water. That is correct. Now, get inside the head of Bigfoot.
Absolutely not.
You say, no way he knows. Now, Bigfoot had to go to school. They teach that in every school.
Yeah, but what class was he in, Howard?
Yeah, no way.
I think he went to school for head lice.
There's no way.
All right, here we go. H2O, you say no. Fred, lock her in on a no if you don't mind. All right. That is my game show assistant, Fred.
Thank you, Fred.
Yeah.
Most people have a beautiful woman.
No.
You're Fred.
My Vanna White is a rather haggard...
It's the bizarro world.
...tired man who I met in Hartford. A true genius would have, a hot blonde.
Yeah, Megan Fox would be your assistant.
Even Merv Griffin knew to put a hot blonde there. But I have Fred. All right, Fred, you locked her in on a no.
I did.
Let's find out. The question is, what is H2O?
Water.
There you go.
No way.
You got your first one wrong.
And he said it definitively.
Yep, this is what I'm telling you. The game is trickier than you thought.
Boy, it sure is.
Yep. All right, I tell you what I'm going to do for you, Sharon, because I'm in a magnanimous mood.
Oh, be in a magnanimous mood.
I'm going to give you one last one. If you get it right, I'll give you the iPad.
Oh,
Winner takes all?
That's it. Winner takes all, Robin.
All right.
That's right.
Excellent. Okay.
All right, we asked Bigfoot the following question.
Okay.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
Oh, boy.
Oh, my God.
Good luck.
Oh, my God.
How many wheels are on a unicycle? I say there's no way in hell he knows this.
I agree with you. There's no way in hell. I don't think he knows what a unicycle is.
You never know what Bigfoot's experience has been. He could have been involved with a circus.
I have to go with my gut on this one. I've got to say no.
Yeah, I could see him as like the bearded lady in a circus, and he hung out in the cage next to the unicycle man.
I mean, I think he's got to think it's a bicycle.
Yeah. What are you going to say? You're going to say no? Okay.
Know.
All right. I mean, this is the kind of thing a 7-year-old would know, so I would say he doesn't know.
Yeah, there's no way.
All right. Let's hope you're right. I got my fingers crossed for you.
Let's hope.
All right. Here we go. Bigfoot. How many wheels on a unicycle?
is the number 3 an even number or an odd number?
Oh,
What happened?
Must have jumped. Hold on a second. The suspense is killing me.
Me too.
Let me see something.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
All right, here we go.
Is the number 3?
Oh, they didn't edit it right.
I think he said 2.
He said
I think
2.
he said 2.
He said 2. That just totally blew, though.
Yeah.
But anyway.
I won.
I got to get out of radio.
Not a clean
But
contest.
I got to tell you, at AGT, this shit don't go down. Although they did get scammed.
Yeah, what's worse?
I don't know. Guys, what happens there? Who is putting this on the DVD or whatever that's called, the CD? Who's the culprit that just sabotaged my game? Bring him to me. Bring him to me. Bring him to the call.
Sal will be in a moment.
It's Sal, that fuck, with the teeth. He's so busy whitening his teeth. By the way, good thing, Robin, I'm reading GTD, Get Things Done. You're going to watch me fire Sal now.
Okay.
Sal, what the fuck is wrong with you?
I did nothing wrong. I double-checked it for your accuracy, and then you went back, and the answer was there.
Sal, there's no stop between the question and the answer.
It was on mine, and I double-checked. That's weird.
So if I
but
go
is there
back
a track there, Howard? Is it on the particular track? I know there's no stop.
It's no stop.
I double-checked it for
I need a stop.
I know. It should be on the track. I double-checked it for accuracy.
You double-checked it.
I double-checked
So if I
all
go
the...
back there and play it and it doesn't work, will you resign?
No.
Why?
Well, because
you double-checked it. Why are you afraid to risk your job on this? Let's play the real game show. Forget Sharon and her dumb iPad. Let's play the real game.
Howard, I'm not lying. I know better.
You see this CD? Track 12?
Yeah.
It's track 11 and 12 for the game.
Right.
I'm going to go back there. I'm going to play it.
Right.
If it stops, you have no problem. You have your job.
I have the same exact player as
If it doesn't stop,
you
lose your job.
Why wouldn't
Fred,
it...
lock him in on a yes and no.
Why would it not stop, though? Why would it not stop?
Let's play the game.
If it's on the track, why would it not stop?
It didn't stop. I just play here. Listen.
Well, you went back and then it played.
No.
I heard the answer.
Of course it did. But it played. It wasn't proper. It wasn't like all the other ones.
I know that.
So you did it wrong. You did your job wrong. You don't know that?
I didn't do it wrong because when I checked it worked out.
Listen.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
How many wheels are on a unicycle?
And then I go to play the answer.
Is the number 3 an even number or
it's
an
missing?
And then how'd you find it?
I had to keep going back until I could find it.
Well, maybe the CD has it after.
Listen. Listen.
Oh, God.
Here's what you did.
2. Is the number 3 an even number or an odd number?
You combined it with 12 and 13. You fucked up.
I don't recall that.
You fucked up. You don't recall it because you're busy teeth whitening. Your teeth look like shit. You dummy. You had nice teeth. $12,000 on teeth.
6.
And 6 because you fucking cut a deal so you can do free commercials on my show, you cocksucking user. Get out of here.
I've never done a free commercial on your show.
6,000. Why did the guy give you a discount? So you'd mention it on the show.
I mentioned my teeth. I never mentioned him.
Yeah, okay. So again, I'm a dummy, right? There's
You're
a
not
distinction.
a dumb. No. I mean, I'm sorry about.
I'll tell you what. I'll mention my teeth if you give me a discount.
That's not how
you use me. You have no respect for me.
That's a blatant
user.
lie.
He mentioned the dentist's name in the news story.
Yeah.
Obviously, the news came to me and mentioned the story. Yeah.
Yeah. So you cut a side deal. Now you're selling advertising on my show.
And like Lisa, like you said with Lisa G,
go enjoy your teeth.
Something.
Go enjoy your teeth.
I did a whole Howard TV special.
Thank you for doing that. Next time, consult me first. See if I want it on Howard TV. You getting your fucking dumb teeth.
Well, I went through Doug.
All right.
I'm sorry about this. I fucked up. I'm very sorry.
Check your work 500 times.
I will. But that is very strange. I apologize profusely. I mean, it's crazy. I have been Howard.
Why don't I fire you? What's wrong with me? Am I a sucker?
No.
And then you go out and cut side deals?
I'm not cutting side deals for my fucking teeth.
Sure you did. Did you mention the finance company that financed your teeth?
Yeah, but
on the air?
When Gary asked me about,
you get a special deal. You got $6,000.
Yeah.
You were paid $6,000 for a commercial, and you don't know you did the wrong fucking thing?
I don't know how.
What are you, retarded?
Apparently I am. All right. Well,
let's play the real game.
Go ahead, play it.
And by the way, you're a smart guy because you know what? You outfoxed me. I thought for some stupid reason you were honest.
How am I not?
I'm a sucker.
You're not a...
Repeat after me, Howard's a sucker.
No, I'm not going to say
Don't say it, because I want to hear it. Because if you tell me, maybe I'll learn something. Tell me what I am, to my face. To look at me in the eye and tell me what I am.
You're Howard Stern.
And what am I?
You're the...
No, say I'm a sucker.
You're America's judge.
That's right. What am I?
You are the king of all media.
No, Sal. I'm not joking. Tell me what I am.
You're Austrian, Russian, and Polish.
No, what am I? I'm a sucker. Tell me.
Why are you a sucker?
I fell for it. You tricked me.
For what?
You outfoxed me.
What are you talking
about? With the teeth
about? Yeah,
and the side deals.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you.
Howard's
Tell
a
me
sucker.
again. Now I know what I am. What a sap I am.
Howard's a
What's
sucker.
going on? He got his teeth at a discount for commercials?
Yeah. He cuts deals. And if he'd come to me like a human being and say, hey, Howard, I'm trying to get my teeth whitened. Do you think I could cut a side deal with this guy and get a reduction in the price? I would have sat down with him and said, look, man, we don't use the show for that stuff. I'd rather pay for his fucking teeth. First of all, his teeth are ridiculous.
He didn't need these teeth. You know, I mean, I could understand it if it was for something.
Robin, you got
really
breast reduction. You
needed.
didn't need that. Did you need breast reduction?
I didn't get a
And you talk about your tits every day.
She
I
needed
didn't
it.
get a discount.
I don't
never
get-
mentioned the doctor.
Well, discount or not, there's discounts every day. If I go out and buy a pair of jeans at a discount, am I using it for the show?
you
I'm still
got the
paying out of my
discount
pocket.
because of my show.
Absolutely, there is.
You used me.
I didn't use
You just said absolutely. You got a discount because of the show.
There's a relationship
so
to the
you
show.
came in here and
It's
told
inevitable.
the guy.
I work at the show.
You told the guy, "Don't worry, pal. Howard will."
No, I
he's
never
such a
said
sucker."
that. I swear
you
on
think
my
David
children.
Letterman's staff is able to cut side deals for whitening their teeth, and then they go, "Don't worry, Dave's a fucking sucker. I'll get
Howard's
on
a
camera."
sucker.
I'm
No.
a sucker. Tell me. I'm to my
You're
face.
not a sucker.
No, I am. It's
That's
okay.
not the deal. I was
Tell me what I am.
I was
Howard's a
approached to
sucker.
get my teeth
No,
done.
come on, man.
I was
Tell me
approached.
what I am. Don't be a pussy.
I'm not being a pussy. I'm
Howard's
being real.
a
If I was a
sucker.
fucking pussy,
You're
I'd
a
call you a
pussy.
sucker.
You're a fucking
no,
pussy.
No,
Howard's a
if
sucker.
I was
Tell me
a
what
pussy,
I am. Tell the world what I am. I'm a sucker.
How the fuck are you a sucker?
Because I
got a
fell for
discount on teeth.
If you
I
worked
never
for
even mentioned it.
Letterman, do you think you would have snuck on the show and mentioned your discount for teeth?
No, and I didn't sneak on the
That's
show.
why you won't work for Letterman.
I didn't sneak on
Howard's
the
a
show.
sucker.
I don't want to work
I'm
for
a
Letterman.
sucker.
Howard's a
You're
sucker.
not a sucker.
I am.
Howard's a
Sal,
sucker.
you outsmarted me. I go
I
around
am
thinking
smarter
I'm
you.
smarter than Sal.
I got my fucking
You're
teeth done.
smarter
It's
than
my
me.
business.
You're smarter than
Listen,
me.
if I work here, certain things come up.
Oh,
Howard's a
yeah,
sucker.
okay.
When
You
I
told the
when
dentist
I
that
caught
you
my
could
wife
get on
cheating
here.
on me, was I a sucker then?
You told.
No, it was contributing to the show because I work here. I
No.
get my teeth.
No,
done. I didn't tell him that.
is
Don't
not
put
the
words
same
in my
thing.
mouth.
Yes, you did.
I did not tell him that. I swear on my kids.
Bullshit.
I did not.
Bullshit.
He came up to me at a club and he said he could help me with my teeth and give me a discount. And that's exactly what I did. And then I went to Doug and said, I'm getting my teeth done. Would you like to tape it? And he said yes. And I never mentioned the fucking guy's name on the air ever. Only on my
Bullshit.
Twitter. It's not bullshit, dude. That's bullshit.
Bullshit.
What you're saying is bullshit.
Bullshit. Fucking maniac.
I'm gonna have a heart
Would you
attack.
go back and fucking stop looking at yourself in the mirror with your teeth and your tanning and make sure when you put together a game that you do it
Yes,
right?
I'm very, very sorry. These things do happen. They're technical issues. They do happen. They are inevitable. All the computers around here. I've been trying to get a new computer for 3 months. You know what the guy said to me today, Suresh?
What'd he say?
He says, we have to wait till a whole bunch of computers break down because SiriusXM won't just fund one computer.
Let me tell you something about this company. They've lost interest in this show. They take it for granted. You should have a computer inside of 3 seconds.
I know.
If it wasn't for this show and what we do. See, now you got me off track from yelling at you.
You
fuck.
can yell at me again. I
am
don't care.
stupid. But
You're
this is
not.
the truth. Because now you brought up a topic that's even worse than your teeth. And you know what that is?
Crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. You should have a computer in 3 seconds. Because I have to remind this company, even though they don't listen, the reason the whole thing exists, the reason that one guy's trying to buy the company from the other guy, the reason there was a merger, the reason everything happened was one reason. This show. This show, that's it. There's no other reason. And this
It'll all go away.
fucking imbecile with his teeth can't get a computer.
I asked the guy, the computers are slowing down. I go, I know you have virus software. He goes, yeah, but we don't have spy software. I go, why don't you put the fucking anti-spy software in the computers?
Right.
He says they won't fund it. And they said...
They won't fund it.
And by the way, all of your computers here, he says, particularly in Studio 69, you guys do not have spyware, anti-software.
Oh, you want to know why?
And he goes, you know what they said to him?
What?
They go, if the spyware should happen to come in, just wipe out their computers and reboot everything. And it's just crazy.
You know what it is?
It's a penny-wise, dollar-foolish.
Because I'm the enemy. Don't you know that? Don't you know every company I've worked for and built up, I become the enemy because they all get jealous? It's happened everywhere. I thought it was going to be different here. But things rapidly changed.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the enemy. I'm the enemy.
You are.
I'm always the enemy.
Even to Sal.
I caused a merger of two companies when XM was clobbering this company. You think the computer would... Do you think that if I ran this company, I'd say, you know what? I'm going to get rid of an entire channel just to make sure you guys have a computer.
Exactly.
They could get rid of 500 of these channels, and they'd still...
And nobody'd even notice.
No one would even know.
Right.
We requested a Dolby Audition software update.
Listen, just do me a favor.
He got you off track.
He did. He did get me off track.
Shut up, Fooey.
Howard's a sucker.
He outfoxed me.
Go back to taking your nap. There's nothing more disgraceful and disgusting than going to sleep on the most popular radio show in the world. Don't talk to me about a technical glitch. It's a technical glitch.
It's not a technical glitch. You didn't listen
all
to
the
the
time.
CD. If you did,
you didn't check your work. I want you to admit you didn't check it.
I swear to God, I checked it. I swear to God. And you know what? And I'll tell you what. And I remember, and I'll break it down for you specifically. I remember turning it back. I remember that jump. I remember it. And then I turned it back, and then the track played.
Impossible.
But what I remember...
My CD player is no different than yours.
I know it's not, but I'm saying, like,
CD player.
I'm telling you specifically, I recall...
Gary, go back in Sal's room and play it back. I guarantee you it won't
I'm saying
work.
to you that it jumped in my computer, but when I turned the dial back, it played.
Okay.
But if it jumped in your computer,
so you
that
heard
would be,
it without it working, and then it played, and then you just said to yourself, "Okay, now it works."
No, it played at the answer to.
Listen to what you just said.
Right.
Listen to what you just said.
No, I didn't. No.
Yes, that's just what you said.
I guess so. I guess so in some odd way.
In some odd way.
Nothing odd about it.
What you just said was, I played it, it jumped. Then I played it again, and it was fine. And then I gave it to Howard.
Yeah. That's right.
That's why you're a fuck up.
I went through.
Listen to me.
And then I went through the rest of the tracks.
Listen to me. I can't have this. I can't go through a contest and have that.
I know that. And you know what? In the past year,
Sal,
there haven't been any...
Teeth are unimportant.
I agree. All right, fine.
You think you're going to have some movie career because of your dumb teeth?
We're doing a few films.
You work for me. I'm the only one paying you.
I know.
Trust me.
There's
a few shitty, what he calls independent films, which means they're not even independent films. Independent films rejected these films. They don't have a name yet for what these films are. They haven't figured out a name yet for them. Like this, you know how there's like the independent film, small film. You hear an actress going, "I'm in a very small film." This film is so fucking small. They haven't figured out how to give it a word, like microscopic films. They're coming up with a new term.
I think it's called straight to DVD.
Yeah, well, DVD. There'll never be a DVD.
Straight to video cassette.
I mean, it's unbelievable. Teeth are not a career. Let me tell you something. If teeth were a career, Gary would be king of entertainment. Use your head.
And Sal, by the way,
film you needed new teeth.
One last thing. Now, I yelled at Sal the whole way. I go, "Sal, what happened?" And he goes, "It played. It got the answer." He goes, "You owe me a fucking apology." So now that you know what's wrong, do you owe me an apology?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
I owe
Damn right. If you're in your studio and you see something screws up, and then you go back and check it, and it plays, there's a 50-50 chance there's something wrong.
I agree. And when I turned it back and it played, then I went forward and the rest of the tracks played.
But what you should have done is started over again and just played it the way Howard would play it and see if the same thing happened again.
You don't shit your pants about me. You know why? Because I don't fire anybody.
Oh, I do shit.
And I'm reading Getting Things Done.
I don't sleep at night. I don't sleep at night.
You don't sleep at night because you don't get any pussy.
Well, that's another story.
I jerked off last night. I came hard. I slept like a rock. I jerked off last night.
So you're not getting any pussy either if you jerked off?
Well, my wife wasn't home.
God bless you.
If she was home, I would add some
Mine
pussy.
was. That's the problem.
That's right.
I'm only kidding.
Yeah, good, nice teeth.
I'm only kidding.
He's got the whitest teeth on the show now. Whiter than yours, Gary.
You know, I have to say, when I got my teeth, as bad as they are, when I got my teeth, the dentist came to me, and it's like women getting tits. He goes, "Here's the thing of colors, right?"
Yeah.
And so, of course, I point to Sal's color.
I thought you point to a piece of shit because that's what they look like.
I point to Sal's color. My dentist goes, "Listen, You know, you can't put that color on. It's ridiculous.
Right.
He goes, you got to go to a color that's more in line with the rest of your teeth. Otherwise, it's going to look ridiculous.
Oh, now Sal's dentist is on the phone, so he's really going to get what he wants.
No, don't.
Sharon, hold on. I'll give you your prize. Hold on.
Okay.
Yes, doctor. This is Dr. Bean, Sal's dentist, I guess. Yes, doctor.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
First of all, I've been a fan for 32 years.
Thank you.
I've been listening to the show forever.
Thank you.
You are amazing on AGT. My wife loves you, which she never, ever would ever listen to you, and now she loves you. The
Thank
kids
you,
love you. The kids love you. So what happened with Sal, he had originally, one of the dentists did his gums, who's my client. You know, we work together, the gum doctor and the teeth doctor. We work together. So he said, he calls me up, said, Sal from the Stern Shows wants to do his teeth. I said, listen, we have a budget over the course of the year that we do a lot of pro bono cases for people that don't have money, for very big celebrities like.
He's got money. He just bought his wife $800 pair of shoes.
Right. So he came up and he wanted to do he wanted to do 16 teeth, and that the laboratory fees are $6,000. That's what our fees.
No,
are
I am Dr. Bean. You've done nothing wrong. This is something between me and Sal.
Okay.
What Sal has done is...
It's Dr. Dean, not Bean.
Oh, Dr. Dean. Bean is funnier, though.
It is.
Well, that's my other staff I should fire.
My teeth look like beans.
They put up Dr. Bean. That's, again, another faux pas.
See, things do happen.
Oh, things do happen.
Unfortunately, they do not. But listen, you want to make sure those margins are not tight.
Come on, Sal. Check your work. You're so busy with the teeth and your independent film.
I'm not. I swear to you, Howard. This is certainly a priority.
Sal, when something screws up, you go. You know what? If the dentist did that to your teeth, you'd be pretty fucking pissed, wouldn't you? He didn't have room for mistakes.
Absolutely not.
All right.
So he wanted to do 16. I said, listen, Sal, I didn't know you were out of budget. When you guys went on the show and said, he's spending all his money, I really felt terrible. I said,
no, you know what you should have said to him? You should say, well, you don't have the money, sir. Leave.
No,
but what happens with Sal is, it's known he's on my show, and everyone knows. Everyone can walk in here and somehow finagle, this guy mentioning his teeth, mentioning this, mentioning that.
Yeah. So what happened was I said, let's just do the 8 teeth. I'll bomb the bottoms. I said, no problem with that. I'll take care. I still look great. And then I said, what kind of color do you want? He goes, I want them to look real. I want them to look white. So we gave him a natural color. We didn't give him a super white.
They're too white, doctor.
Natural for who?
They're natural if you're someone who lives next to a radiation plant.
All right. Well, I told him after you said that, if you want to go darker, we can go darker.
He could go a shade darker. It's a little overwhelming.
Yeah. That's why we put the temporaries that way, so that the patient can kind of work it out and see.
Well, that was wise of you. I don't have a beef with you, doctor.
I don't know. I think that was brilliant because you put those sparkling white teeth in Sal's mouth. Somebody's got to talk about.
Hey, this guy's well thought out.
Well, they're teeth. I mean, look, I got a job here because of somebody's teeth.
All right, enough with that. You said that line 3 times.
I'm making it clear that,
Yeah, okay.
Certain things are inevitable.
It's all fun. It's all fun and games.
Well,
except I had a contest. The final answer no one could hear.
Robin, I hope you feel better.
Thank you. Don't worry. She's fine. I'm the one who's fucking sick over here.
I think Baba Booey's got to get his teeth redone, by the way.
Oh, God.
Please, how many times can you go back to that well with him?
Well, I think she's got to go to the right guy.
The right guy. I think you'd have to go to another planet to find the right guy.
There's no right guy for his
Trust me. If you had to work on his teeth and your final project at dental school was working on him, they would never let you have a license because he's impossible to cure. All right. Thank you, Dr. Dean.
Okay.
All right.
Say hi to Kurt Volkheimer.
Right.
Howard's a sucker.
Seems like a nice man, Dr. Dean. Okay. All right, Gary.
Howard, before I go any further.
What are you, stuttering now? What were you, in a war? You stepped on a mine?
Are you a hero?
My teeth are touching my tongue. I can't speak properly.
All right, what do you want to say?
I will take out the CD, and I will
It's too late.
No.
Now you're going to fix it?
No.
It's useless. You're going to now re-record it.
No.
Why would you do that? Why would you waste my time with that?
It was a glitch. It's been established. It's been fixed. We know that the lady lost the game or won or whatever the case may be.
She won.
But from this point forward, I'd like to double check it, like you said, and make sure that
you're going to go double check your work.
Howard's a sucker.
How backward are you?
Howard's
you ever hear Professor Backwards? That's you. You're going to go now check your work. Here, Sal. Here's the CD. Go check your work.
Goodness.
Here. That's going to help me. Thank you.
Well,
you're going to go check your work. Okay, here.
I
go check
checked it, but
I'm never going to play it again. But go check it.
He's actually going to triple check it.
You're triple check it. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Sal.
You're welcome.
Well done. And you did a good job with the thing, and then you fuck up.
It was a great game.
It was a great game.
He comes up with great ideas, and then he doesn't follow them.
Maybe let Richard record this stuff. Maybe you don't know how to work the equipment.
Richard does record some stuff. We work on these things together.
And you make fun of Scott. Scott knows how to record things. Let him teach you.
CD skip once in a while. I know
Maybe
they shouldn't skip here. I know
Can
that.
we make
There's
a new
no
rule?
excuse.
Can we make a new rule between us?
Yeah.
Every time I play a game on the show, after the game is over, go back and double check the CD. Okay.
That's a bad rule, Howard.
Why? It's perfectly logical. It's Sal. That's what he's going to go do.
No, I'm saying just to protect the rest of the game.
You know why I'm stupid? I let you and Richard have a room together. That's what I'm breaking up. I'm going to put Scott in with
Howard's a
Richard,
sucker.
and I'm going to give you your own studio because you're not concentrating. You're back there blowing each other all day and fucking around and
No, we're not.
your
All we do is
goddamn bromance.
No, what we do is brainstorm about ideas.
There's not a brain between the two of you.
Why don't you let someone else check your work?
I do. I
Take
give
the CD to
Give it to
Scott.
Richard.
I have.
Or
I give it to Scott.
Did you give that to Scott? What happened to your system?
This particular one, I'm not sure if I gave to Scott.
I can guarantee you didn't.
I don't think I did.
Right.
But there was
I don't think you did either.
I think
Call
you're
me
right.
clairvoyant. Call me a mentalist.
All right. I apologize.
Right.
It will be fixed.
Howard's a sucker.
You know, he's going to go now check his work. It's unbelievable to me. By the way, this weekend, Sal will be in Dallas, where he'll look for Lee Harvey Oswald. He's going to go back and see if he can find him.
This weekend,
That's what that's like.
This weekend, I'll be doing a charity, and I never promoted it for free for breast cancer.
Yeah, good. All right, never mind. I don't even want to say it. Go ahead. Goodbye. No. Get out of here. I think he has teeth cancer.
I don't know what happened when they put those teeth in his mouth.
That's Sal, the stockbroker.
Howard's a sucker.
Right, Sal. I agree. Thank you for saying it again.
That's Sal with the dazzling smile.
Say that 3 more times, Sal.
Howard's a sucker. Howard's a sucker. Howard's a sucker.
I'm reading that book, but it's doing me no good.
Well, what does the book say in a case like
Well,
this?
I'm only up to chapter
Howard's a
2.
sucker.
I didn't get to the Sal chapter yet.
Yes.
This guy writes about how you can be more efficient, get things done quickly. And just when I think I'm getting ahead, I got a Sal. Blocks me.
A roadblock.
Because he says a lot of things you have to delegate. But here, I delegated the contest to him. Look what happened to me.
What does he say about who you should delegate to?
Well, you know, again, I've only read 2 chapters. I got to read the rest of the book this weekend.
Right. Don't expect progress until you finish the book.
I feel like Ishkabibble.
Who is Ishkabibble?
I don't know.
My mother used to say that name all the time. and I
It's
was
a
like,
biblical.
"Who
It's a biblical. I think he was a
the-
moron.
Is it Ishkabibble?
I think he was. I think he was an idiot. Oh, here, I got the book in front of me. GTD, Get Things Done. Chapter 3, Never Hire Your Fans. Who formerly called themselves stockbrokers, and we're not even sure what the hell he was doing there. And then there's another edition in the chapter that says, especially guys who like hung outside the studio day and night and didn't go to
Right.
work.
With posters and
Yeah.
websites.
Yeah, and I hired him full time. Yeah, think about that. He wasn't doing his job. He was outside my studio with posters, and I should have said to myself, there's not a guy who's into his
Not
job.
only that, even when he was in the office, he was getting the other office people to make phony phone calls.
I know. I hired him. I like his ideas. You know. Yeah. All right, I got to take a break. It's been an hour and 16 minutes of time you've wasted, Robin.
Oh my God.
And now we have to get to a commercial.
Howard's a sucker.
Thank you, Sal. Remind me every 10 minutes. All right, we'll be back right after these words.
Sal Couture. It's been a long time since I got a beating like that.
Sal, why'd you fight back so vehemently? I mean, why were you going
Because
back?
he kept saying it.
Are you going to go double or triple check it right now?
Yeah, I am. Let's do this.
Howard's a sucker.
You know what happened, bud?
What?
If a track is too short, you got to add silence to it.
I'm reading my
freaks
book,
the,
but it's doing it.
it freaks the CD out.
Well, what does the book say?
That's why
Case
it
like
jumped on the
Howard's a sucker. That
I didn't get to
answer,
the Sal
like
chapter
Bigfoot
yet.
only said 2, so it was
Yes.
2.
This guy writes about how you can be more
short.
efficient.
Sal, walk me through it if you don't mind.
Is the number 3 an even number or an odd number?
Does it do that on your player?
Yeah. Well, like I said, originally it did, but then when I thought the tracks bled, and when I turned the dial manually, it worked fine. But It didn't. I just thought that when I first did it, and I heard the two jump, I was like, I thought that sometimes, like if you hit the button too fast, it'll go to the next track. I thought that's what I did. So when I turned the dial manually to track 13, it was fine. So I said, and that's where I screwed up. I didn't realize that it wasn't me hitting the button. It was the track itself was too small. And when the track is too small, it will bleed into the next track on the player.
So,
I got a new computer for you.
Sal, was it?
That's
Friday
awesome.
it'll be loaded.
Sal, was it an error on your part then?
Yes.
By not leaving enough pad time and
Yes. And that's what I've learned now. That was the problem. Apparently, which I wasn't aware of. Like Richard just made me aware of it. Which, thank you, Richard. That you need a little bit more time. If a track is too short, it'll jump.
Sal, at any point did you consider just owning up to it and just even if
I did.
No, but at the very start of it, just diffusing it and just saying, Howard, you know what? Let me go back. I probably screwed up. I know I screwed up. You know, just
all right. Let me answer that. You did. You probably screwed up. You did screw up. It's too late to go back. The game is over.
But you fought him for a while on it.
I didn't fight him on that. I said that it was checked, and what happened was when I went to the next track, it worked. So, and then I went through the rest of the tracks, and they all worked. But the problem was the padding issue with the time. That was the problem.
Right, but while you were in there, why not just lay down and die first?
I said that
for a little bit.
I said that in the end. In the end, I said when I went through it, the track jumped and I turned it manual with the dial, and then all the rest of the tracks played fine.
But look at all the pain you went through to get to that. I mean,
know.
it took by not diffusing it yourself. You really, I mean, what about the aspects, the other aspects of this segment? I mean, you had him calling you out for possibly using the show. You had Gary piling on. I mean, this hurt.
Yeah, it didn't. Felt great. Felt awesome. I loved it. I loved it. It was great.
I think you earned this.
Oh, I earned this.
Are you enjoying a golden age of Sal busting Sal's balls right now? I mean, the tables have truly turned for the past. I don't even know how to timeline it, but I feel like lately
it's weird because Sal is sort of new to the evolution of the show. You know, he's been here for a while, so like he's learning things that those of us who've been here for a long time learned a long time ago. Having said that, John Hine's really new to the show, and he knows these things. But it's almost like Sal's like Jackie in '92. You know, at the Cordoba Hotel in Florida. They put me up. I didn't know. I just gave him a mention and it was free. Like, these are the things that I understand that somebody offered Sal free service, and I would say that Sal should say to the guy, listen, I can't take it free. It's funny. I had something with one of the clients. It might have been like Steven Singer or something like that. And it was a Mother's Day gift. And he said it to me, and I said, how much is it? And he said, don't worry about it. I'm like, no, that can't happen. And so he gave me a price, which is a fair price, and I paid it. But I could have said, hey, thanks a lot. And, you know, you got to know you can't do that.
Sal, I was starting to ask you before, it seems like Gary's been really dominant over you in recent weeks. I mean, he's really enjoying a golden age in the Sal versus Bowie.
Listen, kick them when they're down. That's Gary's thing. You know, that's the Howard Stern Show thing. You know, when you're bent over picking up your teeth, Jason Kaplan comes by, kicks you in the ass. That's how the show works.
I learned from one of the best.
I take that as a compliment.
But I'm saying the next time Gary screws up, are you really going to pile on? Just
bet your sweet ass I am.
Enjoy it a little. Because I feel like that's been lacking a little bit from your end.
It's not going to lack
been
anymore.
A little bit too mature.
Don't worry about it. That's okay. You know in Iron Man, like how Iron Man had a suit and then the guy made a bigger suit? Gary's suit is his teeth, and my new teeth are the bigger suit. See what I'm saying? These chompers are going to take down those chompers.
Welcome back.
Good to be back.
How are you this morning, sir?
I'm well.
Right this way. Right this way.
Thank you.
You're well, but you're not Taco Bell material.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate the plug.
So you've got your new memoir.
Mm-hmm.
Now, is that out on bookshelves now, or is it just about to?
It is out as we speak. It just dropped today, so we'll see how it does. I don't know. I think we could make the New York Times bestseller list. We just have to beat Baba Booey's book. What position did he come in? Like 7th or something? Oh, here he is now.
I think he might have topped the list at some point.
Yeah, that's Chris. By the way.
Chris, how you doing? Yeah, you. Sit tight. We're gonna take a break and then we'll get you in.
Oh, okay.
How's everything going? So is this your second or third book?
Well, it's my second book, but technically my third because Dr. Drew and I wrote a book a million years ago when we were like doing Love Line, and so it's like it's really my second book. The first book came out the same day.
Right.
The book
So it's
came
your
out.
second Adam Alone book.
Yes, Adam Alone.
Do you still talk to Drew?
Yeah, I just saw him the other day.
Yeah, I talked to him from time to time. I like that guy.
He does my podcast. Hang on, are you signing?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, he's a great guy.
Just
You got a
initial
pen?
the front and hold on, please. Pen. 1 second.
Wow. Can you believe this fucking Nimrod? Fire this guy.
No pen?
He drops off a piece of paper and
You want you to write in blood?
We must just use a goddamn breakfast burrito to sign a fucking release? Fire this kid. I don't see this kid's face around here anymore. He's not Howard Stern material.
No, I mean they're here to learn, but that's common sense.
Yeah. This guy.
Sorry about that.
You know, you should get a job at one of those parachuting places, and then you'd be up at 50,000 feet, going jump out of the plane, and the guy'd be going like, "Where's my parachute?" And you'd be like, "Huh?
Yeah.
You didn't bring your own? You don't have one?"
Yeah.
Yeah, get on my face. You make me sick.
Sorry about that.
Apologize to your dad when you're sleeping on his sofa. Oh, my date of birth. Always with the questions. Date of appearance.
It'd be the 12th.
That's the 12th.
Yeah, no, I got that one. There you go.
That is waiting for. Let's see.
That one's not beyond my expertise.
Yeah, see, 6/12. Wow, 2012. Boy. All right, signature. Oh, that's all I need.
Hey, Chris, could I see it for a second?
All right, there you go.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you.
You know, it's that I've heard you speak about that younger generation. It's
There's kids come in here. This kid comes storming in.
Mm-hmm.
You saw it. Starts screaming at me to sign these papers, like just screaming, like he's just throwing them at me, like sign these papers, sign these papers. And then I was like, hold on, I'm looking for a pen. And then I'm like, do you have a pen? And then he just breaks down, just starts bawling.
Right.
And starts talking about video games.
Right.
And then he wants me to give him a trophy for getting him a pen. And I'm like, you just gotta go get a pen. And then he starts screaming, my dad's a lawyer. I'll sue your ass. I'll sue your old ass. And I was like, all I wanted was pen. And he said, I'll see you in court. And he stormed off.
We have documentation of this, so.
He started screaming for his dad, and he stormed off. His 2 dads. Actually, I think he has 3 dads. Either way, they're all lawyers these days. Anyway, it's a generational thing. You know what I mean?
It is. It's this young entitled generation.
Well, he's back with more paperwork.
Sorry to bother again. You need to initial the front as well. I know all this paperwork.
Did you see the way he just stormed in and started screaming?
The sense of
Arms,
entitlement that
flying
I have
about.
is just
Very demanding.
Yeah. It's
you good.
It's not his fault though. We've turned him into a monster.
True, but back in my day, we used a little please and thank you to get things done.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Hello, Mr. Corolla. Looking good today.
Right.
Have you lost weight? Wow,
It goes a long way.
Are you a summer? Because that orange shirt really becomes you. Yeah, that kind of thing.
Right.
You know? And now he just comes flying in. Smells like dope. You know? He's probably hopped up on bath salts. You know? Comes in here screaming. And, like I said, he threatened to sue me. And he won a trophy. So, what can I say? I saw him masturbating. Oh, actually, he was making love to an avatar earlier. I mean, it was his avatar, but still, you should keep it at home.
Yeah. Generation weird.
It's sad, you know? I mean, by the way, you think that guy's storming the beach at Normandy? Hell no. That generation's gone, man.
We're lucky he got here on time this morning.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine if they were in charge of defeating the Nazis.
I saw him downstairs when I was coming in screaming at people who were smoking because they were too close to the building. Just, you know, they're all pussies.
Well, lucky for you, you're going to enter a studio with a man from a different generation, a guy who gets it.
Yeah, Bubba the Love Sponge. That guy's salt of the earth.
Right. You know that intern actually is. He's Scott the engineer's nephew.
Oh, I knew I didn't like him. Mm-hmm. I knew I didn't like him.
That's why he reeked of failure and disappointment.
And secondhand smoke.
Yeah. All right, man. I'll let you finish your breakfast. We'll see you in the studio, sir. Thank you. See?
Thank you.
I see how it's done.
Adam Carolla is an old friend of the show. If you remember, he used to be a kind of a carpenter. He had a lot of odd jobs. He somehow hooked up with Jimmy Kimmel. They started the Man Show, and that's how he came to prominence. Where's Adam?
Literally, I went out to get him. He just stepped into the bathroom. Be here in 2 seconds.
Bathroom. Who's he,
Just
Britney
call for you,
Spears?
Adam, so I'll just take you right in.
Tell him he's on. It's showbiz.
Yeah, we had a long break there. He could have gone anytime.
Yeah, I was in break. I should mention. Here comes Adam. Okay, I'll mention this later. What did you do? You went off on a tirade about the 80s channel here at Sirius because you don't like they played Depeche Mode too much?
Such a piece of shit.
The 80s channel, I don't listen to. I listen to Deep Tracks. That's what a real man listens to.
If I hear fucking Union of the Snake by Duran Duran one more time on this piece of shit station,
are you an 80s
nuts.
guy? Is that your genre?
Well, the thing that drives me insane is they have a station called First Wave.
Right.
And First Wave is like, all right, here's all Talking Heads and Elvis Costello and Joe Jackson and all like the old First Wave stuff, and then you hear fucking Union of the Snake and Men Without Hats and Safety Dance, and it's just a bunch of gay, horrible.
You don't like Safety Dance?
No,
you can dance if you want to.
I ironically wish those guys were crushed by an I-beam.
You know, I have to be honest. If I'm going to be an honest broadcaster, I think I like Safety Dance. But I don't know. I want to hear it 100 times. You might have a point. You know what it is, though?
This is the thing. Here's what they do.
But you know, wait a second.
Yes.
You were in radio. You're still in radio. You're doing your podcast and all that. You know it's almost an impossible job to pick out music for the masses. In other words, for every song that you don't like or that you love, there's another guy sitting in his car going, I hate that song. My father said to me, never become a program director. It's the worst job in radio. You can't please guys like you can't please them.
My dad said never leave the house. But
that's the advice my mom gave.
Here's what they do. Here's what these idiots do. They go out and they test the music with retarded people.
Okay.
They give them $10 or they show them something shiny. They pull them off the streets in Vegas. These are guys with like suede fanny packs. And they sit there and then they hear the piece of shit song and they go, oh, I like that Duran Duran song.
If you're that particular about music, you know you have to make your own iPod or whatever.
I do, but if you pay a premium and you want to hear First Wave, then what the fuck are we listening to nothing but Duran Duran for?
I mean, obviously they want to be successful. You know, the guy
doing
wants
a horrible
to please
job.
you.
Now look,
80s channel no good.
Now listen, there's 80s music.
Right.
Some of the best stuff
What
ever.
is good? What is the
80s.
best stuff from the 80s?
First 2 Joe Jackson albums.
Great
First 2
album.
Elvis Costello. Look Sharp,
Great.
I'm the Man from Joe Jackson. Talking Heads, Graham Parker. All like that's First Wave in my mind. And then, but see, what they're doing is they're playing music from an Adam Sandler movie. You know, when Adam Sandler does an 80s music, they're trying to please retarded people who've had their brains pecked out by pigeons. They're horrible at what they do.
I know you're joking because
I'm not,
you know
they're
how
hacks.
difficult it is.
There should be a class action lawsuit against the
I
asshole
listen to I listen to Coffee House. I listen to Deep Tracks, and there are certain songs that they play in rotation because they've determined somehow that people like these songs and they want to hear them. And many of the songs, I'm glad they play over and over again. I like them. I like the familiarity.
Does anyone need to hear Union of the Snake by
What is
Duran
Union
Duran?
of the Snake?
Well, someone will find
Sing it to me. Sing me Union of the Snake.
It's unsingable.
You can sing it. What is that one?
The union of the snake is... It's that whiny Duran Duran, something about hanging out by the borderline. They're all the same piece of shit song.
Maybe you're right about that one.
I don't... It's the gayest, most dated pile of shit in the world, and they never stop. I just jumped in my wife's car the other day, turned on first wave, here it was, Union of the Snake.
Well, do you know what Union of the Snake is about? Do you know what it's about?
I don't care.
It's about two guys rubbing their penises together in a shower.
It just got straighter. You just made it more heterosexual for me.
All right, let's go to something more appealing to you.
All right, Maneater from Hall & Oates?
No,
that's another one they like to play.
Let's talk about, you've written another book. Are you the most successful man in show business? You've done it all. You've been on The Man Show. You appeared on Dancing with the Stars. You were on Apprentice. And by the way, speaking of Apprentice,
yes,
you say that you were shocked how manly Clay Aiken was with his work ethic, and how he's a gay guy.
What?
And
Working is a manly thing?
You thought he was you were surprised at his work ethic, weren't you?
No, I was just surprised at how tough and tenacious. I mean, look, let's be honest. You have your stereotypes. You think Lou Ferrigno.
Right.
Two-time Mr. Universe. That's the guy who's going to be super disciplined and just drinking protein shakes and doing push-ups and screaming at everyone your last easy day was yesterday.
Right.
And then Clay's going to be working on his hair and crying and listening to Union of the Snake.
Because you believe stereotypes.
I don't. It's not about believing in them like we're talking about the Chupacabra.
Right.
Or, or Santa Claus. I know they're true. Like that.
So Clay Aiken comes on there.
That's how stereotypes get started, by the way. Like if somebody says, "Oh, with all these slow German drivers," doesn't that drive you insane? You go, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then it never gets off the ground.
So what are you saying? Are you saying that Clay Aiken became a friend of yours because you admired his work ethic and you admire how tough he is?
You can hang with Clay Aiken.
Right.
Absolutely. I did a show in North Carolina. He came out there with his boyfriend and his brother, but he never said which one was which I found very creepy.
Isn't there a game show in there somehow?
I said
try to figure out who everyone
both.
is.
Let's get to the bottom of this.
So Clay Aiken became a friend of yours from The Apprentice because, look, you're not a prejudiced guy. You don't care if someone's gay. You just want to see a guy who has integrity, who works hard, and that's what's important to you.
I'm fine. Unless you're black, we have no problem.
I see. The podcast. The podcast.
Sure.
You say it is the most successful podcast in the history of podcasts. 70 million downloads, something like this. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, that was a Guinness Book thing. We found out.
Can you prove something like that, or do you just go around making that up?
I just walk around making stuff up.
Because it's hard for me, listen, I'm a traditional kind of radio guy. Sometimes I think, podcast, who the hell is listening to this thing? But you say it's really taking off.
Well, what happened was Ricky Gervais had the record. And then I said, well, what's the record? And they said what the record was. And I said, I think we can beat that. And then you contact the Guinness Book people.
Wow.
And they come out and they verify.
You went to all that trouble.
Well, I figured why not have it on your business card that says, most popular podcast in the world.
Makes me want to listen to it.
Fuck Ricky Gervais. That guy comes over here, he makes fun of our celebrities. He has sex with our women. He has a couple shots of bourbon, and then he goes back to England and talks about how stupid we are. Fuck that guy.
Do you resent all the other podcasters? Because a lot of them are very unprofessional. I mean, you have a background in this thing. Doesn't it make you angry when, Joe Blow has a podcast and doesn't know what he's doing, and there's ruffling papers in the background and very unprofessional? I mean,
the yeast lady.
Yeah, the yeast lady has a podcast.
Really?
She does a whole show on yeast. So doesn't that make you angry that you're in the same business with the yeast lady?
No, I mean, it's like the same way when you were in terrestrial radio. You had all these, you had ass crack and back sack in the morning, and they're playing their fucking sound effects, and they're giving the timeout every 30 seconds.
It's who you're in business with, and you ignore them and you go on with what you're doing. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, we're number one. We're doing great. And there's, I don't know, a million other podcasts.
No, I never got a chance to talk to you about this, but I did read. People don't realize how conservative Adam Carolla is. He is. I would say you're like a libertarian, but you also have very conservative values. And you came out against the Occupy Wall Street people. You said they were a bunch of freeloaders. Tell me about what you were thinking with them, because I didn't get to talk to you about this.
I did what you do and then what you have to end up explaining, which is, Robin brings up a topic.
Right.
You've had an ass full of it at some point. I don't know what it is. It's
Right.
it's like Thanksgiving at your parents, and you've had one too many beers, and your mom brings something up, and you just fucking tee off on the old bat. You know what I mean?
Well, I went off on Megan Fox. I didn't like the idea that I can't bring up her pregnancy, but go ahead.
And everyone's like, where the fuck is this all coming from?
Right.
But I've been hearing, I've been getting an impacted ass full of this Occupy Wall Street thing for like 6 months, and then all of a sudden it came up, and I just did 20 minutes on it.
And the gist was that you felt that these were people who were just too loserish to get work?
It's like this.
Yeah.
I understand our system has corruption.
Right. It does.
Yes. It's better than any other system, but
Right.
it still has corruption. There's always going to be corruption. There's always going to be someone on top with the money who's making friends. There's Martha Stewart is always going to get a phone call on a Learjet telling her to dump some pharmaceutical stock. That's always going to exist.
It's just, you might as well accept it.
And by the way, we would all do it too.
Right.
If our phone rang the day before and it was our guy saying,
get rid of your stock.
Get rid of this Upjohn stock because the herpes medication killed one of the monkeys, you'd fucking dump that shit from your Learjet too.
Right.
And then you'd lie about it if somebody asked you.
So you're saying you got to accept that in the system.
There is that. I come from this. It's people who don't like the government. It's not that people want the government to change.
Your family didn't like the government?
No, they don't like the government.
Was
they have
your
their
mom
hand
and dad,
out.
were they hippies of some
My
sort?
mom was a hippie.
So do you hate hippies now?
I just feel like, get the fuck up and get to work. A hippie is a form of depression. They don't know they're depressed. They smoke weed, hang out, and blame the government all
Were
day.
your parents Were your parents naked a lot? Like, would they just walk around naked and smoke weed?
No, my mom locked herself in a room and yelled freak out and checked her biorhythm wheel and all that kind of stuff.
And that annoyed the shit out of you.
It annoyed the shit out of me because I'd say, like, hey, could I get a ride to Van Nuys to hang out with my buddy Teddy? And she'd say, let me look at the biorhythm wheel. And then she'd go, no, it's an extra critical day. Sorry, take the bus.
In other words, your life was being ruled by some hocus-pocus biorhythm wheel, and you're trying to live your life.
It's depression, Howard.
You've gone the opposite way than your parents.
Yes, that's what I do. I just call my dad up and I go, Dad, I'm thinking about a real estate deal. What would you do? And he'd go, I'd buy it. And I'd go, all right, it's off.
Yeah, right.
And I'd just do the opposite.
Take the opposite view.
Yeah, it's like you find out who I'm betting on the Super Bowl and you do the opposite.
Were your parents commune people? Were they?
No, they weren't like crazy hippie. It was like this. Look, my mom was on welfare and food stamps, and the more shit you get, from family members, the more money you lend a family member, the more they resent you. It's not like, you lend them 10 grand and then you get the greatest Christmas gift ever that year.
No.
You don't get shit.
Right.
They take a dump in your stocking that year.
So were your parents the ones that got the loans from their family? And
No, the family didn't have any money.
Right.
They just did the sort of welfare food stamp thing, and then meanwhile never stopped complaining about the government.
Right.
And I was like, you don't pay taxes, and you're taking the welfare cheese, and you're the last person who should be complaining about the government. In Canada, they have universal health care for everybody.
Right.
Yeah, someone has to pay taxes at some point, otherwise we can't have universal health care.
So you think when you look at Occupy Wall Street, are you imagining a whole village of your parents kind of hanging out, complaining, and while they're living off the system? Is that it?
I'm imagining 3 or 4 hardcore people that have real legitimate gripes about the government and about Congress and about how it works and insider training, and then 200 hippies trying to get laid.
Right. Are your parents still together?
Oh,
no. No, they're hippies.
Funny.
They can't.
No, my dad's not a hippie, and they broke up like in 74 or something like that.
Are you in touch with your mom, or are you just like disgusted with her?
Oh, no, we talk.
You talk.
Yeah.
And she's still a hippie.
Well, she doesn't realize, she does that same thing that you hear, like, I think rich people ought to pay their fair share. And I'm like, fuck it. I pay for all you assholes already. You want me to pay for more, you assholes? What do you mean my fair share?
How much is a fair share?
I bought a Predator drone last week, all right? What are you guys buying? You don't pay shit, so stop looking at me telling me to pay my fair share. I paid a fucking ton in taxes.
So you probably were an angry kid growing up, like probably wondering why your mom didn't get a job and your dad didn't get a job. You were
my mom gave me probably did the worst piece of advice you could ever give your kid, which is I said to my mom at some point, because, you're naive, you're looking around, you're seeing other families, they have station wagons and things like that, and you go, I don't get it, Mom. Why don't you just get a job? If you get a job, also when you're a kid, and they should tell you in junior high and grade school, there's a difference between being a cop, a garbage man, a fireman, and a lawyer.
Right.
Some jobs pay better than others. They'll tell you what pays better. But I just said, why don't you just get a job? If you get a job, then we could get a better car and move into a better place. And she said, if I get a job, I'll lose my welfare.
Yeah.
Like she went, use your head, Dick. Come on.
Yeah, we're beating the system.
Yes.
Wow.
Now hand me that brick of cheese.
Oh, my God. You must have had some childhood.
That's amazing. I had no idea this was Adam's background.
Did you write about this in your book, about your background? Because people would be fascinated to know all of this.
It's all in Not Taco Bell material.
Not Taco Bell material. The book comes out when?
Today.
Comes out. Are you excited?
No.
You're not?
No.
Well, I would think you'd be excited about a book of
I'm
your
the same
thought.
as you. I just want to go home.
But I found it very exciting when my books came out.
You did?
I did. I enjoyed going out and signing them. I mean, it was work and it was a lot, but it was kind of exciting. Something I had written is out there, and you see this completed book.
And you see the people who want to buy it.
And you're an honest guy.
It's satisfying to see the completed book. Like, it's 330 pages. It's substantial. And you go, all right, that's something.
Yes, and could you have imagined when you were sitting at home eating welfare cheese and begging your mother to work that one day you'd have your own book? I mean, that is quite an accomplishment, isn't it?
No, I didn't think I'd have my own moped at that point.
And you were a guy who was not destined for show business. You were a hands-on, you do construction. In fact, on The Apprentice.
Boxing.
You're a boxer. There's a story. I think this is in your book. Tell me if I just know this or it's in your book.
All right.
A guy called, you were at a hotel somewhere.
Yes.
And a guy calls your room.
Yes.
And he starts yelling. He had the wrong room, obviously.
No, I had the wrong room. I wasn't in my room. We were just slumming it. We would go to Palm Springs during spring break because I'm from Los Angeles. So it's like 100 miles away. Right. And we just go down there with like a sleeping bag and a pillow, and we just go from party to party and crash out on a lounge.
How old were you?
Oh, I was like 41.
Oh, you mean you were
just
already
looking for pussy?
Is that right?
No, I was 19.
But people don't. I never used to view you as a tough guy till I learned about your boxing background and stuff.
I wasn't.
You don't look like a tough guy.
I didn't have anything to lose. There's a sort of difference. It's sort of like being in a gang. When you say to the young 17-year-old black kid who's never seen his dad and he's sleeping on a futon, a triple-decker futon with 9 brothers and sisters, and you go, what about college? What if you get shot? And he's like, who gives a shit?
Life is tough.
Well, what about prison? And it's like, hey, that'd be a lateral move.
Right. That sounds like a good opportunity.
Yeah. So for me, I was 19. I was doing construction labor. I drove a shitty pickup truck. I didn't have anything going on in my life.
Right.
And I was bored. And I was walking around Palm Springs, and I went into somebody's room. And it's just like bungalow, like down by the pool. Maybe I'd had a couple beers, and I just went in to sit down. The door was open. I was just sitting there, and the phone rang.
Right.
And back in the day, when the phone would ring, like even if you were walking past the payphone and it rang, you'd pick it up. I don't know why. Like it's going to be for you, Howard. Is that you?
Yeah, and there was a guy,
45th?
but the guy picked up and he started yelling at you that you had stolen his girlfriend or something.
He just said, "Put Sheila on the phone."
Right.
And I said, "I don't know who that is."
Why didn't you just say to him, I'm crashing in this room. I don't know who anyone is.
I probably because I wanted to fuck with the guy a little.
Right.
I
So you said, I don't know who this is.
I don't know who she is. And he said, put her on. And I said, I'm telling you, I don't know anyone here. And he said, put her on or I'll come down there and I'll kick your ass.
And you said,
come on down.
Yeah.
Wow.
And 2 guys showed up to the room.
Yes.
Almost immediately.
Yes.
And you beat both of them up.
Yes.
You kicked their asses.
It was very Marquis of Queensberry. They both walked up like I had an appointment for a massage.
Well,
the 2 guys showed up.
Right.
They knocked on the door. I opened the door. And they said, "Are you the guy we're talking on the phone with?" I said, "Yes, I am." They said, "All right, now step outside." And I said, "Okay." And we walked out into the courtyard. And he said, "All right, now it's on."
Wow. And
Very
what happened?
nice.
Yeah, and was it a boxing match kind of thing?
It was for me.
Right. And this is probably great for you because you like to practice boxing.
But what size were these guys that you beat up both of them?
You're about what, 6'2"?
Yeah, they were just regular valley dudes, Not, I mean, they weren't. Obviously, dwarfs don't threaten you over the phone and then say they're coming over to kick your ass.
Were you scared at all when these guys showed up at the door?
I didn't care.
You didn't care. You had nothing to lose.
Yeah, I had nothing. I had nothing to lose. I'd been beat up in the ring enough and in sparring and stuff like that.
But describe this to me because I really want to understand.
Okay, so the one lead guy says, "Come out here.
Right.
I'm going to kick the shit out of you."
Right.
And I said, "Okay." And we walked out, and his friend.
Now, when a guy says "okay," don't they start to think to themselves, "Hey, maybe"? Don't they try to size you up? But then again, they probably thought, "Well, 2 guys against 1, we could definitely take this."
Plus,
guy.
I was wearing flowered shorts, like super gay '80s, like dolphin shorts. Like I was dressed like George Michael from that Choose Life, you know.
Yeah. So when you get out there, and you make your fists, right? You get your fists made, and they put up their fists.
Right.
Do they charge you? How does it all start?
Well, it was one-on-one. It was me and the other guy.
Dude,
it was the main guy was going to come beat me up, and then his friend was just going to stand there and sort of hold his jacket or something while he kicked my ass.
Yeah.
So his friend sort of stood back about 5-10 feet, and he said, "All right, now it's on." And I said, "Yeah, all right." And he just walked in, and his friend was like yelling. It was like Karate Kid, like sweep the leg, sweep the leg. You know? And he threw a sloppy punch. You know, if you box, there's a couple things I could demonstrate.
Yeah, go ahead.
But there's a couple things. One is, if you're fighting a guy that doesn't box or doesn't have any experience with his hands, and now every motherfucker's an MMA expert, so I wouldn't mess with anyone. But this is back in the day.
Yeah, right. Not that many people had any training.
Oh, a fetus would get you into a fucking, you tap out. But no one's, first off, the front arm is no good.
The front arm, the lead arm.
Yes, because that's their weak arm.
Right.
That's their bad arm. So if you...
Is that that's my good arm?
Well, no, listen. If you're standing orthodox, which is right hand back... It's your right hand that you're going to throw.
Right, that's
your right
true.
hand, if you're not a fighter, your right hand is 90% of what you do.
Right.
If you're a fighter, I'm left-handed. If you're a fighter, you have jabs, uppercuts, hooks with your bad arm.
That's good, yeah.
But then you throw the cross, and that's your power hand.
Right.
But if you're fighting a guy in the street, these are just tips for your drunken fans. You're fighting a guy in the street, don't worry about the front arm. The front arm's just going to swat, and then the right arm's coming over the top.
Right.
Now, boxers throw a cross, and their cross goes boom, straight down the pipe. Drunken guys from Palm Springs throw wide looping. So, A, don't worry about the front hand, and B, you'll see the backhand coming
a mile away.
Coming a mile away.
Right.
So he did that.
Right.
I just leaned back a little, and then I was one pop,
right,
and I
just
just popped him in the face, and he dropped.
Wow.
And then his friend, got up, he did the exact same thing, and I popped him in the face, and then he dropped.
So my dad always told me most fights are one shot. It's like
that was it.
If someone gets whacked in the head, they're done.
Yeah.
So these guys go down after one punch, right? They're not unconscious, but
they both went down. They both popped up, and I remember saying, "You should get some ice on that."
Right.
And they both went away.
Wow.
That's the fascinating part. After you kick their ass, they don't say anything. They just go, okay.
They're not looking for the girl anymore.
The whole agenda ends.
Well,
the girl doesn't matter.
You don't want to have lengthy conversations with the guy that just punched you in the face.
Now, where do you go? Do you go back in the room that you were crashing, or do you just say, hey, I better just clear out of here?
Oh, I was like, I got to go find my friends and tell them this great story. This was awesome.
Do you ever worry that they're so hurt that they're going to file charges or something? Not that they can. I mean, they started it.
It was back in the day. I used to get into fights, and it was a thing where you both waived your rights as citizens to just go out and fight,
Is that a great I'm not as manly as you, and if I get in a fight, generally I'm the one who loses. So, I mean, is it a great feeling to kick someone's ass?
Yeah. Well, look, the alternative is you getting your ass kicked, which is not an awesome feeling. I have been in fights where I've gotten my ass kicked.
Have you? Have you been in a street fight where you got your ass kicked?
Well, I got in a street fight where I was leaving a party. I said, I'm out of here. There was a crazy chick. She was so, here's how nutty she was. I was like 19 or 20, and I wouldn't fuck her. That's that's saying something. And so I was like leaving the party, and as I was walking down the stairs, she said to the 3 or 4 scary dudes that were coming up the stairs, he hit me.
Oh, boy.
And she pointed at me.
Wow. Just out of the blue?
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, the part of being nuts, I think, is doing things out of the blue that don't make sense.
But lucky you're the victim.
So I'm walking down the stairs past like 4 scary dudes, and I said, she's nuts. And they're like, what kind of pussy hits a chick? And I said, well, I didn't hit her. And they said, yeah. How about we hit you? You know, and I was like, I don't want any trouble. And then as soon as you tell guys you don't want any trouble,
they think you're a pussy.
Yeah. And then I had a surgery on my knee, so I still had these stitches in my knee, and I had my meniscus repaired. It was a weird thing. And I said, my knees hurt. I said, I would fight you. I would. I'm telling you. But my doctor said no street fighting for like 10 days.
Right.
So,
it was written down.
Yeah, I got to know. I literally had stitches in my knee, and I said, I can't fight. And the guy said, I'm going to break your other knee.
Oh.
And I said, okay, well, then let's fight.
Right.
And I said, but it'll just be me and you, right? Not the rest of your friends.
Right.
They did not honor that agreement, by the way. And then just me and the 5 of them went out into the street.
Oh, my God.
And I beat the guy up. And the next thing you know, I felt a bottle breaking on my shoulder. The guy threw a bottle, and it just broke on my shoulder, but didn't do anything. And then I felt a baseball bat, which was on my other knee.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
Oh,
Motherfucker came up behind me.
Oh, my God.
And went full swing on the other knee.
Did he break your knee?
No, he hit behind me, like in the meaty part of the flesh, and I just sort of curtsied, and then they all jumped on top of me. And
that's a tough battle.
Yeah, I should have seen it coming.
It's your fault.
The thing that was funny is about 5 years later, the dude I fought, it was a big Mexican dude, he moved into my apartment building.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Well, maybe he had some respect for you. Maybe it's like prison, you know? Once you beat a guy, he did. He had respect for you.
He didn't fuck with me.
So I always admire your honesty. You were talking about David Letterman. Do you go on the Letterman show, or is that one of the shows?
I've been on like 2 times.
But you were critical. You said that Letterman sometimes pretends not to have any money, and that bothers you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. You're right.
When does Letterman do that?
Well, it's like some guy will come on and he'll be talking about some new car he bought or something, and it'll be a Ferrari, and Dave will go, "That's a little rich for my blood." And it's like, really, $30 million a year, you couldn't get yourself a Ferrari?
You could buy 10 Ferraris and you wouldn't even know the difference in your bank account.
Yes, yes.
That's true. There's a bit of, I guess, embarrassment. I sometimes suffer from this. If you make a good living, you have a lot of money, sometimes you feel like, oh, I don't want to flaunt it or something. But you're right. The guy's a rich guy, and we all know it. Who's he kidding?
Yeah, it's fine. We understand. You've been on TV for 35 years making, I don't know, millions and millions of dollars.
But you know what surprises me about you? I find you to be not only a great guy, but also very sensible. And yet there's one topic that I think you're a little bit off on.
Let's hear it.
And I'm talking about your movie career. You know, you complain a lot that, like, guys like you say, you mentioned Adam Sandler. He gets to make movies, and you're like, the guys in Hollywood won't let me make movies, and I don't understand why. Why Adam Sandler and not me? But Adam Sandler
does.
I
understand what he does.
Do you? Because sometimes you get irrational about this. I'm going to read you a quote that you said. Will I ever get a chance to make movies like Adam Sandler? No, it's never going to happen. They, the movie people, don't let you. If you're Vince Vaughn or Adam Sandler or Will Ferrell, you do as many as you want a year. Me, I don't get a chance. Now, wait a second. You did have a chance. You made an independent film.
Yeah.
Well, what do you mean? Hollywood works. If you can make them money, they'll put you in the movies.
Well, yeah, but they don't know that. I mean, they'd rather. No, when I'm not whining, although it sounds pretty whiny.
It sounds whiny to me. Yeah,
Step out to the patio.
Well, not me.
No, I'm just saying. Adam Sandler, there's a handful of guys. That's in a response to people say to me all the time, "Hey, we saw The Hammer. We really liked that movie. Why don't you make another movie?" And I'm like, because I don't have $1 million to throw away.
No, the idea would be that you would audition for a movie, find a script, and go audition.
Right.
That's how I imagine. Or Adam Sandler, I would imagine the first movies he did, he had to. He probably had to eat some shit.
Yeah, but you do see the same 5 guys make the same movies over and over and over again.
Because they're box office.
Right, that's how it works.
That's it.
I'm saying people are naive when they say to me, "Oh, why don't you just go make another movie?"
I see.
I say, I can't go make another movie.
Are you teaching you have twins?
Yes.
Are you teaching the twins how to fight? Are you training them?
I've told the nanny to tell them not to drop the right when they're shooting the jab out.
No, seriously, are you? Because I would think, I wish my father had taught me how to box like the way you know. I never learned that skill.
I will hopefully one day work with my son and my daughter and hold the focus pads and just show them how to protect themselves. Just the fundamentals of it. I wish they would, but they don't listen to me. You know what it's like,
right?
I mean,
it's hard to teach your own kids.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Are you a good father, or are you a terrible father? Do you like to just check out and not really raise the kids, or are you actively involved?
Do you like the young kids as opposed to the older kids? Are you waiting for them to get a certain age?
Right. A lot of dads
before you
do
interact.
That. Yeah.
I got to see some pubes, otherwise we ain't talking. That's my take. Show me a pube, we'll talk. That's my thing. Otherwise, you're going to forget all about this shit.
One of the things I didn't know about you, because sometimes I don't know why, you're a handsome man, but I don't think of you as a ladies' man necessarily, and yet you kind of are. You say in your 20s you dated a stripper.
Yes.
And it's one thing to say I'd like to date a stripper. It's another thing to actually date one. And, a lot of guys fantasize that must be so great. But you say it wasn't great.
Well, first off, it wasn't great because of the hours.
Right.
Because she would get out of her job at the Star Garden in North Hollywood, or Bob's Classy Lady in Van Nuys. She'd leave at 2:30 in the morning.
Right.
And by the way, that's like you coming home at noon.
Right.
She'd be like, let's eat. Let's watch some TV. Let's hang out.
So it's almost impossible to maintain.
I work construction.
Right.
So I had to be out of the house at 6:30 in the morning. So there wasn't a whole big window there.
But I fantasize that strippers would be incredible in bed, that their whole lives revolve around pleasing men, and to a degree, I mean, they know how to give a great blowjob, a great hand job. I mean, I would imagine sexually it's an incredible turn on, yes?
Yeah. Well, just physically, they're in fantastic shape.
Right.
But there's a lot of issues with daddy.
Right.
That's why they're strippers.
And how does that show up in the relationship? Like, what eventually ruined the relationship with the stripper? Like, why couldn't you marry her?
Well, she was from England.
Right.
And I was in no shape in my 20s.
Right.
I was just a douche.
Right.
I mean, not an overt douche.
But inside you were a douche.
Yeah, I was I had no business getting married or even having relationships.
Right.
My family was so fucked up. I didn't really know intimacy. I was just not.
It's funny, your mom was a hippie. You'd think you would know intimacy, but I guess it's a fake kind of intimacy.
It's just I didn't have a great relationship with my mom.
Right.
We were a perfect couple because strippers hate their dads and construction workers hate their moms. And
Do you hate your mom, seriously?
No.
Be serious for a second, though. Do you? I mean, are you angry with her for being a hippie and sort of being a welfare freeloader type?
No, we just never had that kind of relationship.
Right.
And it was also a different time when it was like, look, go outside and raise yourself.
Would you say your mom just didn't know you? She
didn't know.
And made
who
no
I was.
effort to really know. She was more wrapped up in her own hippie stuff.
Well, no, it's really, we talk about hippie stuff, but it's really about depression.
Right.
I believe most of that hippie movement was about depression.
I think you're right.
Sick people is what you're saying.
Because at the basis of it was kind of like, hey, man, they couldn't get themselves together. Let's go hang out. They were searching all the time and never really finding anything.
And they were medicating. They were like self-medicating.
Yes.
It was always about, it was about depression. It was about, man, I don't want to cut my hair. I don't want to get up every morning.
Right.
Put on a
want to
suit
be
and tie.
disheveled.
Right.
Yeah, I don't want to go into the city. I don't want to do all the shit your dad had to do and other dads have to do.
I'm dropping out, so
I'm dropping out. I'm smoking some weed. And so instead of just going, I'm depressed, I'm going to smoke weed and watch television all day, they go, what's wrong with the system, man?
Right.
And then they go, I couldn't get ahead anyway.
Right.
So why bother getting a haircut?
Do you think that's why you're kind of conservative politically, wouldn't you say?
Not socially. Like, I don't care about, drugs and marijuana and gays and, I'm all for all that shit.
But Glenn Beck called you his hero. Isn't that true? Why would Glenn Beck, to be Glenn Beck's hero is some kind of statement. What did you say to him to make you his hero?
I did not say anything to him. I guess he just picked up on, like, Occupy Wall Street. But I did have an interesting exchange.
Do you get nervous when Glenn Beck says you're his hero?
Well, it's funny because I had people ask me that in the media, and they said, "Look, Glenn Beck loves you. Doesn't that make you nervous?" And I said, "Well, Alec Baldwin loves me. How come no one asked me if that makes me nervous?" And they go, "I don't know why." And I go, "Because the media slanted to the left. Otherwise, they wouldn't ask you about that."
Most people get back to the stripper for a minute because I do want to clear this up. Ultimately, the stripper and you broke up, right?
Yes.
And why? Like, why can't it work with a stripper? In other words, in our minds, we think it would be. Do you get jealous? Is that the thing? Because she goes.
It's like it's sort of like somebody saying, "Would you like Belgian waffles with whipped cream for breakfast every morning?" And you're like 25, and you go, "Fuck yeah, that sounds fucking awesome." And they go, "How about with some pears cut up on it with all kinds of sugary juice on there and everything?" And you go, "Oh yeah." And then after about a month of eating Belgian waffles with whipped cream,
you're ready for
candied pears.
You're ready for just a bagel.
You're like, "I'll blow you for an egg. Just give me a fucking egg."
Would you ever go to the club and watch her strip?
Yeah.
What is it, a turn on?
Yeah.
But you didn't get jealous?
Well, I used to go there. Well, first off, this was, again, it's like 80s flash dance sort of shit. It was like not
fully nude.
There was not like the champagne room where they're just jacking off some chic or something next to you. No, it's not like
it was back in the innocent days.
It was like barely topless.
Did you meet her at the club?
Yeah, I went to.
That's great. You're the guy who gets to go home with a stripper, huh? You know, you're pretty damn manly. You're beating people up 2 at a time, and you're stripping and all kinds of things.
Yeah, I met her at the strip club.
What, she gave you a dance?
No, what happened was my friend Philip was getting married, and he was having a bachelor party, and they did this stupid fucking thing. If anyone's listening, don't do this shit where you turn the bachelor party into some sort of frat ritual hazing or something. So the best man thinks it'd be funny. Well, let's go see drag queens, and then next thing you know, this guy will be tied up, and I'll have some fat dude.
Another guy's making out with a guy at Lucky Chang's.
You're right. Yeah, that's all. That's great, but we want to see titties. You know. So at a certain point, after we were at the Queen Mary in Studio City, after about an hour of seeing dudes, seeing Divine bounce around with his nuts tucked between his legs, I said, "Hey, fuck this."
Yeah, let's see some
I know
girls.
a strip club. Let's go. I know the bouncer over at Star Garden. Let's go.
Right.
And I packed everyone up, and we all went to Star Garden. And what happened was everyone just sort of, it was like one of those Tuesday night bachelor parties. Everyone just sort of split, and at the end of the night, I didn't have my car there. Mine was parked at the tranny joint.
Yeah.
And so I was like, "Hey, could I get a ride?"
To the stripper.
Yeah.
Wow. And usually they're like, "No, you're a customer. Fuck you. You're a creep." And then they go home to the lesbian girlfriend. But you went home and you made love to her.
No, I went to a place called Twain's and drank coffee till like 4 a.m. and then I got up at 6 a.m. and swung a hammer.
Wow.
It sucked. But she was different. She was like from England and had a little bit of an education, and it wasn't like,
Were all your friends jealous? All your fellow construction workers? They must have been like, "Wow, he's dating a stripper. This is super hot."
Most of them didn't speak English. So
you were
there
dealing
wasn't
with
a lot of that, yeah.
There's a fabulous story, and I don't know if you put this one in your new book. And by the way, the new book from Adam Carolla is not Taco Bell material. It's
Does the title have a meaning?
No.
Yes.
Oh. What is the meaning?
I put in an application at the Taco Bell in North Hollywood when I was 16.
And they said, "You're not Taco Bell material?"
They're like,
"Oh my God.
Thanks, but no thanks."
Does that fucking crush you as a human being?
Well, thank God I'd been pre-crushed.
Right.
So there wasn't a lot to go. Yeah.
You've been so down that it didn't matter that a guy from Taco Bell. I mean, you speak English. You're a hard worker. Why were you not Taco Bell material?
We never really sat down and explored that, because once they tell you we didn't accept your application, you don't break off and have a discussion group about it.
But don't you feel in life, don't you say to yourself at that point, if I can't get a job at Taco Bell, there's no hope for me.
I better be a hippie.
Yeah,
like
I better
my
be
mom.
a hippie, and I should get some free cheese from the government.
It did cross my mind. You can't sink much lower than having them say thanks, but no thanks. Like I thought I could just walk in, wipe my ass with
and they take you.
Yeah,
what did the guy say? I mean, like what do? You go in, you fill out an application. He looked at you and just said, "You're not." Did you turn him off physically? I mean, what is it?
It was the Taco Bell that was right next to my house, so I could walk over there. So I thought this will be an easy gig.
Yeah.
And it was across the street from my high school, and I thought, I'll just go over there and he gave me an application. I took it home and I filled it out, but I'm not great with the penmanship.
Right.
And I probably put my address where my date of birth should have been.
Hey, this guy's retarded.
That's the guy thought, like, either the guy had a brain injury or he did it with his wrong hand or something like that. And I turned it in and he just looked at it and he said, "We're good."
I can't think of anything more debilitating than being told you can't work at a Taco Bell. It just seems like that's your last resort, but your last resort is there for you. It's your safe life job.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
No, it really is.
Oh, that's just a crazy story. Did you ever go back to that Taco Bell guy and say, hey, look at me now. I'm a success. I have my own podcast.
Just want to let you know.
I just want to let you know I have a podcast.
Well, the good thing about the Taco Bell guys is he was 19 and probably there for another 4 months. It's not like those guys are legacies. Like, my dad worked at Taco Bell, and I've worked at this Taco Bell for 41 years.
Oh, that would just crush me. It really would. Well,
no, it did.
Yeah, Adam's book, Not Taco Bell Material, which is funny, is in stores now. When I follow you on Twitter, sometimes you will tweet, get it on. And I say, what the fuck is wrong with that? I don't know what that... I know
what does that mean?
It means I'm supposed to do something, but I don't know. I'm assuming, does that mean you're supposed to call into the podcast?
No, it just means I got nothing to say.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, why am I not in on Get It On?
No, it's like when black guys say, you know what I'm talking about?
Oh, but you tweet it a lot.
Of it.
You tweet it a lot.
Oh, no, like, well, twice a week. I'll just write Get It On. And it's just, it's all I'm saying
I feel
to
it's
people
a call
is,
to action.
Oh, no. I'm just saying I'm alive.
I feel like it's one of those things, I'm supposed to do one of those mob things where I go and I,
where's
meet up.
Where's the meeting?
Means nothing. And as a matter of fact, I pretty much just retweet shit that I already said that people tell me I said.
I mean, listen, let's change the topic for a second. Let's face it. Most people know of you and Jimmy as a bromance, one of the great bromances. I mean, Jimmy Kimmel and you did a TV show together. You're still close friends.
Radio together.
You go together. They have parties with Tom Cruise and all kinds of things.
He just bought my kids a bouncy castle for their birthday.
He bought the kids what?
A bouncy castle.
What is that?
It's a castle which you bounce in. It's
it
right
has
in
like
there.
It's
like
a big trampoline kind of bottom.
Yeah, those inflatable bouncy. You just missed the whole bouncy castle wave.
I did.
You're lucky.
But Jimmy is a great gift giver as well. If you're his friend,
my God,
he's very thoughtful that way.
But have you anchored that thing? Because, the bouncy castle can be taken away by a stiff wind.
I not only anchored it, I moored it. I put it in my fucking swimming pool. I said, kids, I grew up depressed. You're not. I'm taking this bouncy castle. I'm putting it in my swimming pool, and the kids have been bouncing in it in the swimming pool.
Isn't that what a great dad you are?
My God.
You want your kids to have something better than you had.
Oh, my God. Listen, like I said.
One of the Jimmy stories I had never heard, and this is kind of gross, I thought. That Jimmy and you were, I guess you were working on the Man Show at the time, and you would spend nights sometimes in hotels together and this kind of thing, and you were sharing a room, and you went in to shower, and Jimmy said to you...
We weren't working at the Man Show.
What were you doing at that point?
We were working for K-Rock in Los Angeles.
Even worse.
And you know how radio is.
Right,
You know how fucking cheap and bad radio is.
The worst. So, of course, you're sharing a room.
Of course, we're sharing a room, and we're supposed to be in Seattle covering the Final Four for UCLA, like 1995.
Right.
But we are we're in like Kirkland, Washington, like way the fuck 40 miles
anything.
Out and we're in a motor lodge that shares a parking lot with a 7-Eleven, like where the headlights of the pimp's car shining through your room, and we're sleeping on the same bed. Like
it's awful.
It's awful.
But the story goes that you went to take a shower and Jimmy warns you.
No,
what does he say?
The story goes. He went to go take a shower.
Right.
And this is 4 a.m.
Okay.
Because we got an hour drive into Seattle, and the show starts at 6 a.m. You miss those days, don't you?
Oh, I hate it.
So he goes to take a shower in the morning, really just to wake up, and then I'm going to go take a shower after him. But we're in such a piece of shit flea bag motel that the tub doesn't drain.
Right.
So the water's, up to my mid-shin. It's about 12 inches of water in the tub. By the time, hair floating around, by the time he's done, whatever was on him, all the stripper glitter, all the shit is all floating. It's just a slick of sebum and Jimmy
I'm gonna vomit.
at the top of the tub. And then I climb into his warm water, and I'm taking a shower, and I'm in there just showering off, and, 2 minutes into my shower, Jimmy does a tap on the hollow core door, and he goes, and I go, yeah, and he goes, just a heads up. I beat off in there. Now, I don't know if he was fucking around.
You never know with him, right?
No, you never know, because he has a sick sense of humor.
Right.
But now I'm looking for the Jimmy Jizzberg, floating around in the water.
There's an iceberg, because that stuff stays coagulated.
I'd like to think he was kidding, but I really have no idea. I really have no idea.
That story just drove me crazy. You're talking about radio stations. you describe, I think in the new book you describe, radio station refrigerators.
Oh.
I mean, every radio station we worked in, and Robin will attest to this, it's disgusting.
Yes.
And like, I remember my mother even coming up to K-Rock, which is a big station in New York, and she was like, don't they put paint on the walls? How are you not depressed every day when you walk around here?
That's
She
the
was
thing.
shocked.
That's the thing that's crazy. You worked at K-Rock in New York. I worked at K-Rock in Los Angeles, one of the biggest, most influential stations in the world, and their refrigerator was a piece of shit.
I know.
Imagine if we were in Poughkeepsie somewhere on an AM station. You'd open it. First off, radio people are fucking nuts.
Right.
Like, you'd see these notes on the radio, on the refrigerator saying, Jan's lean cuisine is in here.
Yeah.
Jan's lean cuisine was missing last week with the person that stole Jan's. And you're like,
Right.
Jan, you make $150,000 a year and you're 43 years old. How about you keep track of your own fucking lean cuisine? I saw a can of Chef Boyardee raviolis with one ravioli in the bottom, and a moistened towel pushed to the top of it. And it's like, these are adults, average age 44, average salary $86,000 a year. Remember the vending machine?
Yes.
You'd see the notes on there, Dear Mr. Pepsi Guy. And then they put the date, January 28th, 1997. I put $1 in to get a Pepsi free. I only got 10 cents change.
I
The
demand
Pepsi
my money.
Free, yes.
Yeah.
And then hanging around and like shaking the
why
guy
are
down.
radio people so depressing? It's
I've
just
said it before. TV people, smart and evil.
Right.
Radio people, dumb and evil. it's real easy.
So you'd rather be in TV.
Oh,
that was your aspiration, right?
I told James Baby Doll Dixon, be prepared.
Right.
Because he only handled TV.
Right.
And when I when I got into radio,
Yeah.
he got into radio. And I said, be prepared. And he said, for what? And I said, it's not television.
Right.
And he said, what? And then he called me about a week and a half in. Jack Silver over at the radio station,
The program director,
called him and started yelling at Dixon because I'd asked for a jar of peanut butter. Because I said, look, in the morning, me and my staff, you're doing a 4-hour shift and you want to have some peanut butter on a cracker or something. We need like a jar of Jif peanut butter once a week. And he was like, that's total bullshit. He called my agent yelling at him.
Wow,
Like, who does this prima donna think he is with the peanut butter?
They don't know from that. They're like, bring your own food and do your own thing. In TV, it's a whole different story.
There's a whole, there's craft service, there's a buffet.
You have a story in your book about Rodney Dangerfield, and you didn't like Rodney. You said he was a bit of a scumbag.
Dick.
He was a dick. And I had the complete opposite feeling about Rodney.
Everyone loves him.
I'll tell you why I loved him. No one had ever done this for me in my career. I was on The Tonight Show. I think it was like the second time I'd ever done The Tonight Show. And I get a call at my home from Rodney Dangerfield, who was hot as a pistol at that point. He had the Young Comedian special. He had done all those great movies. The guy calls me at home and he goes, I just want to tell you that I watched you on The Tonight Show and I know what you were doing there and it was brilliant. And he was so complimentary. I was like, wow. Rodney Dangerfield is complimenting me. He took time out of his day. So when you wrote he was a dick, what did he do to you?
Well, first off, I think people have two switches. They have dick mode and they have over-the-top nice mode.
Right. There's no middle ground.
No, they're like Banana Republic dictators. They have, I bought you a golden Cadillac,
no, I banned you.
Or I've killed your son. Like, they don't really have an in-between. I like to stay in between.
So you got the one who beheads the son.
He did Loveline. Yeah, he did Loveline on MTV, and I just walked into his dressing room to say what I would do as the host of the show is I would go down and say hi to everyone who came on to do the show.
Which is nice.
And just say, like,
sure.
Thanks for coming on. Say whatever you want. Don't worry about it. You can do no wrong. I would tell him, look, if the show sucks, it's because of me. It won't be because of you. So just have fun. So I walked in. He was probably stoned. He was like in his bathrobe. He was always wearing a bathrobe. And I just said, and he's like, who are you? And I'm like, I'm the host of the show. I just want to say hi. What are you doing? And I'm like, I just want to say hi. Well, why are you here? And I said, I just want to say hi before. Yeah, okay. And I was like, okay, all right. And I left. And then after the show, they did that thing where they go, and we plugged his soup, like Meet Wally Sparks or whatever piece of shit. It was a total piece of shit.
It was one of the bad ones.
It was a piece of shit movie.
Right.
And we plugged the shit out of it. And then when we were done, they did that thing where they come running up with the camera, and they go, you go, hi, I'm Rodney Dangerfield. Watch me tonight on MTV. And then they do one more where they go, watch me tomorrow night on MTV. You do the quick plug.
He didn't want to do it.
And he's like, I got to get a haircut.
Right.
And then we're like, well, it'll just take a second.
But do you blame him? Wasn't he being protected? Don't you come off like a douche when you go, hey, this is Rodney Dangerfield and watch me on MTV? Sometimes you feel like an idiot.
Well, yeah, but you already came across as a douche because you were on my show for an hour plugging your piece of shit movie.
Well, you got a point there. But you get, like, does Jimmy ever get mad at you? He invited you to a party. Tom Cruise and Tom Cruise's mother was there. You pretended to take you took a football and simulated shitting out the football out of your ass.
Yes.
And Tom Cruise got very offended with his mother and they left. Did Jimmy yell at you after a party? Can you be trusted at a party? Do you always have to shit out the football? Are you that guy?
Sometimes I shit out a soccer ball or a utility ball. It's not always a football. No, he wasn't very upset. I just think it was about time Tom was splitting anyway. I was pretty drunk, and I did my football end zone shit dance.
What I like about you is, though, you don't take any shit in life. I mean, Kelly Osbourne, and I work with Sharon Osbourne, who I love, but Kelly Osbourne was on your show, and she claimed that she loved to watch World War II History Channel stuff.
I claim that chicks don't know anything about war.
Right.
And that's pretty much, look, why should they? And I said, look, chicks don't know anything about it. If you ever just stop a chick on the street and you ask her about the Battle of the Bulge, or you ask her about Iwo Jima or anything, they don't know anything.
Right, that's a guy thing.
It's a guy thing. And I said, I never met a chick who knew anything about war. Even the ones, like, I'll talk to chicks and I'll go, what's your dad doing? She'll go like, something in the Navy. And I'll go like, what? Oh, he flies a airplane. Well, which one? Oh, I don't know. The A4? I don't know. I think maybe the F4. I think he's a Blue Angel or something. And you'd be like, what?
Well, and they don't know anything.
They don't give a shit.
So you confronted Kelly. You said to her...
I didn't confront her. I just said, chicks don't know shit about war. That's pretty much it.
And she
said she did what stupid people do, which is she begged to differ. She was like, I watch History Channel with my father, and he lived through the Blitzkrieg, and I know everything about war. And I said, oh, really? And she said, yeah. And I go, all right, well, there's the one chick who knows something about war.
Right.
And then I started thinking about, no way.
So you challenged her.
I said, who were the Allied and the Axis powers? Like, who
stop.
Just the most, and she said, oh, well, that's a trick question. I said, no, that's the easiest question there is. That's the first question. That's like signing your name.
So do your guests end up getting upset with you on the show because they go, well, wait a second, we're going to be challenged every step of the way by Adam Carolla?
No, Drew. So I said, look, just admit you don't know anything about the war, and because you don't know what side.
That's the basic.
What side the Germans were on, and what side the Americans were on, and the Japanese were on. That's the most basic question. And she said that's a trick question, but I still know a lot about war.
Right.
I said you don't know anything about war if you don't know that, and let's just admit you're wrong and we'll move on.
Right.
And she wouldn't let it go, and neither would I. And Drew was like yelling at me, leave her alone. And I'm like, I'm not.
Sounds like it was good radio, though.
It is, but Howard, you know what I'm talking about? When somebody goes, just drop it, just leave it alone, and it's like, I'm not the one who's fucking with this. You don't know anything about war. You're the one who jumped in and said you knew something, and you clearly don't.
Are you still friends with Dr. Drew?
Yes.
You're close with him?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And do you like his show that he's doing where he gets the celebrities on and he gets them into rehab and fixes them live on television?
Celebrity rehab?
Yeah. Do you like that, or do you have a problem with it?
I know Dr. Drew well, and I know people have theories about Dr. Drew.
Right.
Oh, he's just a camera whore, and he's trying to fix all these people.
I've never heard that before.
He's only doing it for the money and all that shit.
Right.
But he really does. He's the most sincere guy.
So you have no problem with
you'll ever meet in your life. Yeah, he's the nicest, most sincere sort of what. He's really like Jimmy, and then that what you see is what you get. He is that guy.
Don't you think it doesn't fit with his sincere personality to put people on TV and try to cure them? But do you think does that take you a little bit out of...
Well, he's also a whore. He'll do anything for a nickel.
He's a sincere whore.
Right.
Well, a sincere whore is a nice whore.
But I also say this. It's a fun drinking game.
Right.
Dr. Drew's success rate with like his last 15 celebrities, half of them are dead. The other half are like wandering the beach with one shoe right now.
Some are going to die anyway.
All right, that success rate and the success rate of Nick Cage in his last 15 movies. Like, that's a fun game, right? Like, we could have a 2-hour debate and never get to the bottom. Who's less successful?
Right. Oh, my God. And, I do know, I have a beef with Jay Leno, but I know you're very good friends with him because you have that car bonding thing. You know? I think it's sort of weird that Jay drives around in all those old cars. Like, just get a nice new fucking car.
Do you get in those buggies with him?
I have. I always laugh. always laugh about it because I see him. I saw him the other day just driving through Burbank in like a Stanley steamer.
Yeah, it causes you to get a lot of attention. It seems like a guy screaming for attention, doesn't it? In your world,
it's weird. I'll say this about Jay. First off, yes, he drives around these crazy cars with wooden wheels that work off of coal and have cat gut for brakes and stuff like that. I always said it's going to be funny when he didn't think this was funny,
right?
But I always said to him, it's going to be funny when some kid has to write a report on you in junior high in 2045, and it'll say Jay Leno died in a steam car accident, and everyone will go, "Are you nuts? Everyone's driving hovercrafts." Yeah. And so here's the thing about
Makes
Jay.
no sense.
I will say this about Jay,
right.
and I don't know.
And do you fight with Jimmy about Jay? Because Jimmy, don't get him started. He's as bad as I am. He didn't like Jay.
I only know, and I'll be as honest as I can.
Okay.
I only know people from how they treat me. Like, I don't know the insider business stuff or how they do stuff.
Right.
I can tell you this about Jay.
Right.
You can, if you want to know about a celebrity, and
people said this about Hitler, like they said, hey, he's very nice to me.
He drove a more modern car.
right.
The 1939
But go ahead, your relationship with Jay.
You can tell a lot about a celebrity, not by the celebrity. The celebrity's going to be nice to you.
Right.
It's their assistant and the people that work for them. If they're scared shitless, then that means that person's a dick.
Right.
Now, if you go over and do Letterman and you talk to his people are scared shitless.
That's true.
They're scared fucking shitless.
That's
like
right.
You go, Dave's upstairs. Can I go say hi? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it'd be a good idea.
It's not going to go well.
Jay, if you call his shop on a Saturday and his guy Bernard answers the phone and I go, hey, Jay, hey, Bernard, I'm with a couple of friends and my kids. We want to come by and look at the Stanley steamer. He'll go, yeah, come over.
Wow.
And I'll go, is Jay there? And he'll go, yeah, Jay's there. And I'll go, you want to check with him? Nah, he doesn't care. Come on over.
There's a looser
people.
Quality.
Yes, when people are dicks, people go, hold on.
Let me check.
Because I got yelled at last time you came over with your fucking kids. I will say that about Jay. And he's only been gracious to me. That's it. That's all I know of him.
Do you and Jimmy bring that up when you're together? Does he ever say, I can't believe you're friends with Jay? Does he ever say that to you?
No, because he understands we both love cars.
Right.
And he understands that Jay is super friendly to me. I was in Atlantic City doing a show 6 months ago, and he called me just out of the blue and wanted to know if I want to catch a ride in his private jet back to L.A. I didn't even know he was going to be there. He's just nice to me. So I don't know if he goes home and beats the shit out of his wife and stabs homeless people or what he does, but
you
he's
have this
friendly
nice
to me.
relationship with him. And did you defend him when Conan was attacking him and Jimmy was attacking him and I was attacking him?
I think Conan's a pussy.
You do?
I really do. Yeah, because
you should
first
stop
off,
whining
take
about
your fucking $30 million and shut up.
Right.
Number one, nobody feels sorry for you. You weren't a victim. You're a super rich white victim. Like, who gives a shit?
He lost the Tonight Show.
Who gives a shit? He had it. He didn't get the ratings, and it didn't work out.
Yeah, but
for
don't
him.
you think that maybe Jay being on 10 and having a bad lead-in, and also, that Conan kind of, needed time to sort of establish himself, and Jay shouldn't have maybe made a grab back for the show. Maybe.
But listen, how much money has Conan made over the last 15 years?
A fortune.
And this whole thing of, it's always been my dream to host the Tonight Show. I've always wanted to play center field for the Yankees and fuck a supermodel. So what? Right. You and everyone else in the country. That was your dream. You're rich. You got canned. You can do whatever you want.
You don't feel bad for him.
For Conan? Should anyone feel bad for Conan?
Robin feels bad for him.
Oh, yeah, he's devastated. I'm sure he's in his fucking mansion in Malibu right now, walking along the beach, feeling sorry for himself.
My favorite story, and I mean, we've gone on so long already, but, that whole Natalie Main story is the best story
That's
ever.
Jimmy at his
That's Jimmy
at his
Jimmy
best.
Kimmel, your friend at his best. Do you remember it, Robin?
No, what is the story?
It's such a great story. I'll start it off. I'll let Adam finish it as the grand finale to this conversation. And we're celebrating Adam's new book that's on sale starting today. Not Taco Bell material in stores right now.
Yeah, this story's in the book. Yeah, this is the greatest story ever.
Adam went on a date with Adam was seeing his wife, but he even said to his wife, hey, you're not going to believe this. Natalie Maines of the Dixie Chicks, who is a big fan of our show and a friend of mine, Natalie Maines wants to take me to the the Grammys or something.
Yes.
And so everyone was cool with it. So
no, not everyone was cool with it.
But your girlfriend at the time said, "Okay, I'll deal with it."
I just did it.
You just did.
He didn't really ask
you were
permission.
like, "Wow,
he just told her."
This is exciting."
I got a call from my agent, and he said Natalie Maines wants you to escort her to the Grammys,
and it's exciting.
And I said, "Yeah, why? I don't know her. I never met her." And she said she's a big fan of yours, and she wants you to take her.
Long story short, they go out on the date, Robin, and whatever it is, they go to the Grammys together. For the next couple of weeks, Adam starts to get almost, I would say, stalked by Natalie Maines.
Really?
The first day Adam gets at his at work, he gets a bouquet of flowers.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's what did the card say?
It just said, "Had a great time, Natalie. Call me."
Yeah.
And it was a problem because I had a girlfriend.
Right.
I was going to say, did you have a great time?
I did, but I had to go to do Loveline. I had to go work that night.
Right.
So I just went to the Grammys and then I left. And it was like one of those things where, like, I told my girlfriend, "Look, I know you're pissed off, but I've never been to the Grammys. I'll never go again.
You never get to go with a big star.
And I never get to go." And they fucking won, too, by the way, which I didn't want them to, because when we stood up, I knew the cameras behind them.
Just started making out with her.
I just, high five, Natalie.
And Natalie, and you went, it wasn't a romantic night, but it was just something she admired you
yeah. I mean, if I didn't have a girlfriend, maybe it could have turned into something, because she asked me to escort her. I guess she had some attraction.
Absolutely.
So I got these flowers, and so I called her that night when I was driving into Loveline, and she said, "Oh, I'm in my bedroom right now watching you on TV." And I was like, "Oh wow, bitch, got it bad for you, eh?"
Yeah, right.
Damn,
You're making it.
Do about
Where
this?
was she in high school?
Right.
And so and also and then the following, and I said, "Listen, thanks for the roses. That was really nice." And she said, "Yeah, no problem."
Right.
And I said, I got a girlfriend. But, when you guys come in town, come do the radio show." And she went, "Yeah, all right." And we hung up the phone. Yeah. And then the next day, I got a big, giant chocolate chip cookie. And it said, we need each other, Natalie, call me,
Wow.
So that was kind of stalkerish.
Right. And so, I called her up. And first off, I was thinking, as a guy, Howard, you know this well.
Right.
We have no training for avoiding hot, blonde, Grammy-winning pussy.
Right.
It's not like we spent our whole life running an obstacle course avoiding pussy.
You almost can't say no to it.
You don't know how to say no. It's like
it's not in your DNA.
Which in your DNA is like, I wonder if that chick's drunk enough where I could fuck her. It's never like, hey, you take your Grammy and your banjo, get the fuck out of here.
Right.
We don't have that mode.
And so you called her after you got the cookie.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, thanks for all the... and she's hot.
Right.
And she's got a Grammy, and she's making millions of dollars, and she's
Beautiful
young.
Girl.